They see me rolling. Cool, look at that. We're starting at 7:30. That's pretty darn good.
I have a question for you, but I'm gonna DM it.
Technically 8:30.
That's fine. Yeah, if you guys have
8:30.
questions, you can DM me too. Well, it's 7:30 for me, but
Unrelated to the
Past
story.
person.
first again.
Yeah, I already said first like an hour ago.
Yeah.
I haven't even got notified yet. The fuck, Twitch?
Wow, Twitch is on one.
Lacking.
Yep. All right. Well, this is while we're getting started here, I'm gonna grab my snack, and yeah, I'll be right back.
Hello, I said
Oh,
hi.
now you're live for me.
Did you just say tell her I
I'm
said
muting.
hi?
You heard me.
I did, and she's not home. She's at rehearsal.
Well, it was a 50-50
I'm gonna tell her
shot.
you
Either
said
she
that
was
because
home or
that
she
was
wasn't.
that was a great 10 out of 10. That was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cried like a bitch this morning. I feel so sad.
Don't be sad. Sad backwards is Das, and Das is not good.
Oh.
And I've
I
been
hate
sad
everything
since I
about
was-
what you just said.
Have you not heard that before?
In case you want it in German.
Yeah. Das ist nicht good.
Okay.
Oh, the two of you weren't here, but I got Cave Johnson in my sound bites now.
Nice.
When life gives you lemons, don't make lemonade.
You guys, it's raining outside. I am so happy.
Oh, woo. Open the window.
I did open the window.
Dance in the rain. Do the whole Katara from the last Airbender thing. Just go out in there and dance.
I'm sick, so I'm gonna go with no. Which actually, that reminds me, just as a reminder for everybody, I already said it to a couple people because I am not quite 100% yet. Bless you. Bless you.
Bless you.
Yeah. I'm good to run the game, obviously, so we're here. But just letting you guys know that if like I'm a little low energy or anything like that, please be patient with me. And if I have to mute or whatever because I'm coughing, that's why. So.
If we have to end early,
And if you feel like if you feel like you're feeling bad
should be
and
okay.
want to fuck off to bed, then let us know.
Yeah, I should be all right. I mean, if we end on time, I should be fine because I do want to get to bed at a decent time. But, why are we dying?
When is on time?
Well,
Do you mean to wish me a good morning, or do you mean that it is
3.5 hours.
whether I want it or not?
yeah.
Because that would be solid 12 a.m. for me and Fox, and that's usually when you're done, Fox, right? So
yeah,
3.5 hour stops.
Yeah, something like basically the max amount of time we've been able to play is about 3 hours. Lately they've been around 2.5 ish, but we'll just
because sickies.
yeah, sickies and starting late and stuff like that.
Die, baby.
So
Hopefully,
Neon,
this
you
shit
get my
ended up.
message?
oh, yes I did.
Okay.
Thank you. You do? Nice.
Ouch.
What?
Answer to number 3.
Yeah, we talked about
We
this.
did. I forgot until you said that.
Yeah, I still want to maybe try and do. Where was it?
I had to scroll through my answers to realize what number 3 was. For
So-
that, because you're probably not familiar, Neon gave us 8 questions for homework that weren't required to be finished today, but
Yes.
some
Everyone's like
most
rushing to
have.
get them done. It's pretty funny.
To be
To
fair,
help
Neon,
us get into the character better and for
Yes.
Neon to know things.
3 and 5 could technically be swapped. Technically.
No?
No, for my answers. Because
Oh.
technically 3 my answer for 3 could go with 5 also.
Wasn't your answer to 3NA?
Was it?
Hold on. I gotta pull your. You gave me a
I
link.
guess
Everybody
that
else
could
just sent me a
apply.
DM.
That could apply to 5.
Yes. 3
Oh,
3
yeah.
was answered.
Yeah.
2 was the NA. The not available.
I love how you clarified your question with it's all I can come up with currently XD.
Yes.
Huh, I don't actually I can't actually see or find our DMs where we were talking about it. Oh wait, no, no, here it is.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just gonna do this.
Just checking in, but I'm still cooking dinner. I can hear everybody's conversation. It's funny. Yay.
Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
So aside from Melon being in the cookeries, are people's good to go?
I think so. Let's go ahead and swap over to the table here.
Not the table.
The table. Dun dun dun. Okay. Hopefully. Okay. It looks like music is a little too quiet, so I need to.
Dun dun dun.
Oh no, he said the keyword. Something's about to happen.
It's not a GTRC. Or it's not a GTRP server.
Oh,
That's
fuck, I
too
have
loud.
no spell slots. You'd think I'd remember that from last game.
Okay. Well, I had to use one of them for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Melon, you can hear me, correct? I'm going to assume that Melon can still hear me.
Given that they said earlier that,
Yes.
yeah.
Correct. So, we are still in the middle of combat, so I'm going to go ahead and bring back everybody to the battle map.
Yes, we were.
Dun, dun,
We are
dun.
still in the middle of combat. So I'm going to give a quick recap on where we're at because we did have a couple of players in the past 2 sessions that have been in and out. So for clarification, you guys have made your way to essentially what was considered the front of the manor. There was basically you guys were in the kitchen talking with a small goblin chef-like critter named Glick, who was both happy to meet you and eager to share some of his italicized food, and of which Talina did not sit well. It did not sit well with Talina. Wait, why didn't it pull Jesse and... I activated it. Why?
He said, "Fuck you, Jesse."
Yeah, that's weird. It didn't pull... Is it still it must be still loading for Jesse. Because if I activate it, it's supposed to pull. There it goes. Okay, yeah. So,
It has been
I
loading.
mean, it's still loading for me too.
it says that you're here now.
Oh, for me, it's still at the. It's got the bar at the top.
Okay, but that means it's loading the page, so it's pulling you over. So
Yeah.
So just it'll be ready in a second then. So you guys had met Glick in the kitchen and had some, and Talina had tried just basically a teeny bit. I think it was a sniff or a little bit of the food. It did not go well. After that, it was you guys noticed that there was between hearing as well as seeing, there was several more low hoods that had started to wander into the main hall that you guys had come through earlier, and that's funny. I just realized you can talk directly to chat and I can't see it. Sorry, that distracted me. You heard them in the main hall with the statue and the staircase. As you guys basically tried to take up a defensive hiding stance in the kitchen, you heard the sound of one of the dogs barking and then a series of footsteps, essentially a chase had happened. And you ended up finding out that Merrick had been found. The dog had smelled him out, and there was a brief foot chase that led them from the kind of one of the little rooms off the main hall through sort of an entryway into some sort of little lounge with a piano, and then off into some sort of a billiard or game room, which is where combat initiated. and you guys had a couple rounds of combat. You guys are currently on round 5, top of round 5 of combat, where you guys are engaged in a quick fight with one more Low Hood Sergeant, one of the Mastiffs, one of the dogs. And you guys do know that there are at least one or two, there's at least two more bad guys essentially outside the main door. Talina and Othwin are bracing the door. Talina used her magic to try to scare him by putting prestidigitation on the outside of the door and doing kind of like a halt sort of sign, to which the guy, you could hear some sort of audible response. And then Othwin doubled down and cast Sacred Flame on the guy's feet, lighting his feet on fire. And so now there's basically tippy taps happening out on the front porch. Merrick is currently in a bubble of darkness that he is casting from an amulet or a pendant around his neck that he is casting it through. So it is moving with him. And with that, we're going to jump back into combat, which means we are... So top of the round, the sergeant gets to go first. Basil, you're up next with Daxori on deck. So sergeant is going to make his move first. He is in the darkness, so he basically...
We're still paused.
Yes, there we go. So he is just basically going to use his hand to guide him along the wall. And he's going to find the table. And then he's going to... He's basically... All he can really do is... Oh, you know what? No, actually, he finds his dagger doing this, because this is where his dagger landed from earlier. I forgot he threw his dagger. So he finds his dagger stuck in the wall. He pulls it out. He kind of swings his sword around, just kind of makes a big, wide swing with it, essentially trying to hit Merrick, but he's going to roll at disadvantage because... So he swings once. Ooh, and he gets you. He swings again. And does not. So yeah, he swings once, gets you, and catches a piece of you, and then backs away. So he's going to hit you with a dirty 20. So that's going to be... Oh, a whopping 5 points of damage to Merrick. So he does get you. He gets you with the tip of it, but then you back away and he misses. He's not going to take his final attack with a dagger. He doesn't want to lose it again. So that's going to be his turn. So now it is going to be... All right, Basil, you're up. Dax is up on deck.
Sorry, Basil is still making food. Give me a second. Puppy injured. Puppy is Scorch.
Yes. So Scorch is the one that is this one. This is the one. This is the guard dog that has been attacking you.
All right, current position of that dog. I know that they were in a tussle themselves. Are they kind of on top of each other or just nipping at each other?
They're kind of interacting with each other, but they're not on top of or under. It's just like two dogs fighting.
Huh. Okay, unarmed strike for the dog. Just kind of nudge into him.
Okay. At hits, go ahead and roll the damage on the unarmed strike. Which for you, I don't think it's actually a roll, because it's...
The damage for an unarmed strike is a roll. Hang on.
That's right, for you it is. Normally it's just your strength plus 1.
1d4 plus proficiency plus strength. Correct? Or is it just plus strength?
Well, for you, because you have Tavern Brawler,
it adds the 1d4 to make it that I can. I always forget my damage on that.
Yeah, I forget it every time.
No, the proficiency is to the attack.
Hang on.
To heck with it. Yeah. I gotta make sure my food's not burning. Okay.
Your
so
unarmed strike.
in that case,
your unarmed strike uses a D4 for damage, so it's a D4 plus your strength. Nice. So you just bat the dog.
basically backhand the dog or slap the dog across the back of the head.
Okay. So
knocking him to the ground.
Yep. So yeah, you definitely knock him to the ground, and I mean, you smack him pretty hard, so it definitely knocks the dog out, and he is now, he is motionless on the floor, and you hear whimpers, and he goes over on his side, and he's motionless. All right. You still have your.
Turn. Sorry.
Okay, you done?
I'm still cooking food, so we're just gonna end there.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so Dax, you're up with Grigor on deck.
Alrighty. What to do? What to do?
So you did see the sergeant was over in this room, and he disappeared into the big black void that is now in the corner of that room. And you also did hear thoo, 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 on the main door, followed by a scream, a whoosh, and then lots of screaming.
Yeah. Oh no, I want measured. Dax is going to go. Just on the edge of the darkness. She's not going to go into it. I guess that's going to be my turn. I can't really do much more. I can't see into the darkness.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so go ahead and end your turn. Grigor, you're going to be up. Selena, you're up on deck.
Gregor's gonna continue holding his knife throw action.
Just continue holding it? Okay. All right, in that case, it'll be Talina, you're up with Merrick. You're up next.
I can't tell where my dancing lights are. I know I'm concentrating on them.
Right here.
Okay.
It's in the lounge. You actually that's right. You can't see it. Yeah. It's
Yeah, I can't
if you can see my cursor.
Yeah, they're there.
Here, I'll move them a little bit so that you can actually see them because they're in that square. There you go.
I can move. Oh, I can move them up to 60 feet. Cool.
Mhm.
So they're coming from what's it, that square?
Yeah.
10 feet there, and then just space through the wall or through the door.
Okay.
And just as a reminder, it's a basically a yellow light clone of my outline.
Mm-hmm.
So it just looks like this yellowish spirit is just phasing through the door for those other guys.
Okay.
And she's gonna give the same, like the shape's gonna have the same halt symbol or the
Ooh.
dance as the symbol did earlier.
Mhm.
Is that a bonus action? Let me double check.
I think it's a bonus action to move
Sing-
your dancing lights.
That's a bonus- yeah, that's a
Single-handedly,
bonus action.
Okay.
single-handedly making this place haunted.
Oh yeah.
Rumors
in
of
seconds.
haunted.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah,
the
and
lights. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the light does that, and as I don't want to hold my action, that if the door does open,
Mm-hmm.
I would like to swipe with my rapier if the person appears to be armed.
Okay, so you're holding your rapier if someone seems to be armed. Grigor's holding a dagger in case he sees a bad guy. So the lights drift through the doorway over to you, and then you watch. All you guys watch as the lights hit the doorway and phase through it. And then on the other side of the door, you see Othman. You see light, the same color light, peer through the bottom. That cyan-colored light peer through the door frame underneath, and you hear, "Ah!" I want you to go ahead and roll me, let's go ahead and roll me an intimidation check, and I'll say with advantage because you literally have. I'm giving you advantage because of what you already did, which was you had prestidigitation of the hand, and then the thing is coming out from the hand with the same position.
It's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, yeah, okay. So both of you guys hear screams, and then you hear as someone runs away. And
Can I tell if it's one or more
you hear one set of footprints running away. Only reason the other guy's not running at this point is he is trying to stamp out fire on his feet. Because when it gets back to his turn, the fire will be subsided.
So we hear tap dancing and running. Got it.
Yep, yep. Okay.
And that'll be it,
So yeah, so that's gonna be your okay. So Merrick, you are it's your turn with oh that's right. Here we go. Okay. So yeah, Merrick, you're up. Othman, you're up next. And technically speaking, you only have one visible bad guy. You know of the existence of possibly one more.
I'm trying to find in chat. Do you remember? Did I try to inflict wounds this guy at any point during our fight? I can't. I did.
No,
do
you did chill touch.
the shocking grasp against him.
Yeah, you did chill touch at one point, and then
Yeah, I
shocking
did
grasp
chill
at
touch.
another
Okay,
point.
so I
Yeah.
still, I believe I still have a use of inflict wounds then.
I don't remember any time that you've used inflict wounds.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
The will version. I believe because he's blind, I have an advantage on this attack.
Yeah, and because you can see him. So go ahead.
Select this.
Yeah, you can see him. He can't see you.
Cast advantage roll. Oh, I was so close.
That hits. All right, go ahead and roll the damage roll on that.
Damage. Normal.
Okay, not bad.
I'll take that.
Yeah, not bad.
I can't do
Okay.
anything about it right now, but
Yeah, so you reach out and you feel the spell take effect as you hit him, and you hear him yell out in pain, and he kind of drops a bit as the wound takes effect. Okay, you still have your movement and your bonus action.
And then I'll take one more to the left if I can. I think I can. There we go.
Okay. Oops, too far. There you go.
And yeah, that'll be me.
Okay. And Dax, you watch as the darkness, as you step into the room, the darkness actually moves towards you a slight bit.
Dax would just be like, she would kind of be like, what the hell?
All right, so Othwin, it is your turn, and then it's going to be Scorch's turn. So if you want to think about what Scorch is going to do. Now, I will clarify when it gets to your turn, actually, but just so you can think about something. The dogs can smell. So Scorch may not be able to see the target, but he can smell him.
Okay.
All right,
Dun,
so
dun, dun.
yep. So Othwin, your turn.
I'm still playing down, so I still see the feet, right?
Yeah, if you bend over,
Or
you
did
can
he
still
back
see the
away
feet
from-
under the door. Yeah.
Well, I'm still laying down technically.
Oh, then then 100%. You watched as the other guy. Then in that case, you watched one of them run off as the beaming thing of Talina's light is out there, and you can see the light there, kind of silhouetting her shape. And you see the other guy, and he's just about ready to stamp out the fire from his shoes that you lit him up.
Fun. So I'm gonna Toll the Dead him.
Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. So go
He's
ahead.
already taken damage, so
Yep. So
Bird
go
is
ahead.
being more torturous than I am.
I mean, this dude had it coming. He's a bad guy. All right. Go ahead and
That's a
just
D12, right? Because you damage.
yes, yeah. Because he's already taken damage, so you're gonna roll
Okay.
the d12. So go ahead and I'll roll for him. It's a normal roll.
You bitch.
Oh, he had a 16, unfortunately. So yeah, so the Toll of the Dead, he's too distracted, so he hears like a ringing in his ears, but you don't see him react to it, and he looks like he's too distracted with the fire on his feet. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Do I have any bonus actions?
I don't know.
No, because all my bonus actions, if I have any, are spells I can't use because I have no slots.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
I
Okay.
can relate. This is why I'm moving my light around.
Yeah, this is why when I said I'm reevaluating how I'm running things. This is why. Okay, so with that, as your turn ends, the fire on his shoes does go out. And he sees the beaming thing of light that's facing perpendicular to him, and he still stands there, and he starts pounding on the door again. I'm gonna go ahead and add him to I'm gonna add his initiative in just for making my life easier. Okay, cool. All right, so that is going to be end of that turn. So this is going to be Scorch's turn. So, Shadow, if you want to tell me what Scorch is going to do.
That is a very good question. Scorch is gonna go ahead. Would he'll be able to smell the
Mm-hmm.
captain, right?
Yep.
So he's gonna follow the smell of the captain.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is he is gonna make. Does Dax basically give him an order? Because you didn't really do much on your turn, so you can 100% kind of give him an order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do then is he needs to make a. Yep, he knows exactly where he is. So what does Dax tell him to do?
She basically goes like, Scorch, find.
And he and he starts moving, and let's see, he has 40, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh yeah, he gets all the way up to him. And then you hear him bark. And he goes to take a bite at the guy's leg, right?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay, because I have to click all the buttons, so I just want to make sure I was doing the right thing. Ooh, he gets him.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, so you hear, and then you can hear him like grabbing onto something, and then now he has to make a saving throw. Nat 1. So nice. So that means he is now prone as Scorch
Good doggy.
has dragged him to the ground. Well done,
None of us
Scorch.
see that, right?
Merrick has watched this happen. Merrick watched as Scorch lumbers into this darkness, sniffing, finds his target, grabs him by the leg, bites him, and makes the guy fall. And you guys will hear as he lands on the ground. You hear a struggle happening as he's yelling from Scorch biting his leg. Okay. So that's going to be his movement and his action. So now we're going to be at the top of the round. It's going to be the sergeant's turn. He's going to try and basically kick the dog off. So he's going to just make an unarmed strike.
Rude.
Yeah, he's going to make an unarmed strike against the dog, which an unarmed strike is literally just a D20.
Roll to hit with, I believe, their strength or dexterity, whichever they feel is fit. And then it's 1 plus their strength
Okay.
or
If they
dexterity,
hit.
depending on the situation.
Yeah. So he does not hit
Ha
at
ha!
all. So he basically starts kicking wildly and misses. He is going to use half his movement to stand back up. But he's still kind of like, the dog is still on him. He's not 100% grappled by like mechanics from perspective, but the dog is still interacting with him, so he can't like move away from him. Actually, you know what? No, what we're gonna do is he's gonna actually try to. He's gonna use half his movement speed to stand up. Half his movement speed to stand up, and he, instead of being able to get away from just kicking the dog off, he's gonna try to run away, which is gonna then immediately encounter a attack of opportunity from Doggo. So Doggo gets to do again. Unfortunately, the Doggo does not get him again. So he is able to get away the second time. And he was able to back away. Maybe. Oh, I can't see. There's a chair there. So he basically gets up on top of the chair and climbs over the chair. And that's the best he can do. And so then he's going to move away. And he's going to find himself at the doorway. Is as far as he's going to go. And that's going to be his turn. So now it is going to be Basil's turn with Dax up on deck.
Basil might still be cooking.
I'd say.
Sorry, I
You're
left
good.
my microphone off. I thought I unmuted myself. There's a whole lot of darkness over here.
Yep.
I can't see. I don't know what's going on over there.
But you can see the right shoulder of what appears to be someone coming out of the darkness right in front of you.
I'm assuming this is a window.
Correct, yes.
I'm going to do a quick sidestep over to the window.
Okay.
To this position. Just to see, and can I actually peek my face against the glass and see if I could see anything outside?
Grigor kind of did the
Nope.
same thing earlier. Like, you can press yourself against the glass and it just swishes your face up against the glass. And you can see what appears to be the silhouette of somebody kind of being cast like this from left to right. So you can tell that there's, yeah, exactly like that. Basically, there's some sort of torch or candlelight out there that's like just casting a shadow. So you can tell there's at least one person standing there. But as you glance around, you see in the distance over here, you see the silhouetted shadow of an individual running down the road, like away from you. And you can see that there's somebody over here running away.
So then instead, we will keep moving this way because I see this guy kind of poking his arm out.
Yep. You can see part of him now.
And now, let's see.
I think this counts as a flank too.
Maybe.
Tyrup, that's a flank, right?
You're asking me to judge something that I don't have line of sight on, sir.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so if
flank
Basil...
is when you can draw from corner to corner and go through the center of the token.
Oh, okay, then no, it's not a flank. Thank you. I didn't realize that was
okay.
based.
So here's a general question.
I'm gonna look
because I gotta remember how some of this stuff works, but unarmed let's see, the feature Tavern Brawler grapple. Oh, okay. I'm going to go for an unarmed strike on the captain, attempting to grapple him if I hit.
Okay, go ahead and hit him. Oh! Well, that's
I think I get him. Okay.
Right, so does that...
So, do I double the dice result, right?
Well, you don't do damage if you're trying to grapple him.
No.
The
As it says,
for damage,
like
if you want to do damage, there is a separate button for crit as well.
Yeah, but the crit button.
The thing with the
not good.
Tavern Brawler grapple. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon, you can use a bonus action to attempt to grapple the target.
Okay, so you
Does
are
not
doing
mean that
damage, and then you're doing grapple.
Yep.
Okay, all right, cool. I was just looking at the unarmed strike.
So it's basically, oh, I see your arm.
Yep.
Solidly punch in that direction, and then open hand grab and try and yank.
Okay, so in that case, you're gonna roll the damage on the unarmed strike first, which is your D4 plus your strength. D4 plus your strength, but you're gonna double the D4. So you're rolling 2D4 plus 2, or plus. I'm sorry, not plus 2, plus 4.
So it's 1D4.
Rolling 1D4 and doubling the number and rolling 2D4. Which one are we going with?
I'm sorry. Tyrup is correct. 1D4 plus 4, and you're gonna double the D4 result. Sorry.
Okay.
Cool. So 2 plus 4.
6
is 6. So it's 6 points of damage to him. Okay.
And then
now he's got to make a DC. He's gonna make
attempt to grapple the target. So yeah.
Yeah. Let's make a. All right. So.
That does work.
Strength or dexterity is the same because they're both the same modifier. The DC for the saving throw and any escape attempts equals 8 plus your strength modifier. So, your strength modifier is 4 plus 8 is 12. And your proficiency bonus. So 12. What's your proficiency bonus? 2.
2.
Okay, so 14. So it has to make a DC 14 strength saving throw. That's a 16.
Oh, it cocked from the
it did. It was at
6
3
to the
and
16.
then it rolled over. Yeah, Okay, so he is not grappled, but you did hit him. Okay. So anything else you want to do?
That's it.
That's it? Okay. Dax, you're up. With Grigor, you're going to be the next player on deck.
Would I be so just so I understand this right, the captain is now grappled by Basil?
He avoided getting grappled. He was able to. He took the hit, but then when he was trying to get grappled, when Basil was trying to grapple him, the sergeant pulled free.
Okay. All right. So in that case, Dax is gonna try with one of her daggers. So she would be able to see him starting to come out of the darkness, right?
Yep, you'd have a better view of him
So
than
she's
Dax
just
would.
yeah. So upon seeing him coming out of the darkness, she's gonna quickly take one of her daggers and try and swipe it at him to see if she can get him.
Okay.
And then what do I have to roll? It's the D20, right?
Yeah, you're gonna roll a D20 plus. Please hold. Dude, why? Just Foundry, why? Hang on. Just one of your daggers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, plus 5 to hit. So
Yeah.
D20 plus 5.
30-20.
Hey, yeah, that hits.
Okay.
So now you're gonna roll a D4. Okay, seriously.
I'm pretty sure
Just a
dagger is-
D4?
D4 plus 3.
6.
6 points? Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay, 6 points of piercing damage. Nice.
I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so it's gonna be the guy outside, and then it's gonna be Grigor's turn. All right, he is going to attempt to plow through the door with all his little might. Actually, no, he's not, because he's not that dumb.
Oh.
When you hear the sound of like metal like clinging and rattling, and you hear the sound of a key going into a lock, and you hear the door in front of you unlock, then you hear him try to plow the door into you. So Othwin, because he's in front of you, I need you to roll me a strength. Yeah, strength saving throw, I guess would be the qualification here. And the DC is going to be...
It's athletics, I guess?
Yeah, I was going to say his strength because he's trying to plow the door down. Because, he didn't have an athletics thing, so...
Then it's strength.
So yeah, it's going to be strength. I'm going to do the same thing as the grapple. So it's his strength. It's going to be 8 plus his strength plus his proficiency, which is a whopping 10. So DC 10 strength saving throw. I can barely read your dice. That's a 19. Yeah, no. Little baby Burb is strong. So
Little baby Burb is a doorstop.
yeah, literally, it's exactly it. So you're laying down, you see him, you're like, what is he doing? And you hear the sound of the lock turn, and you're like, uh-oh. And then and the door bumps into you a couple of times, and you guys watch the door like moves, but it doesn't open because the door stopped.
Is it open at all far enough that I can peek through the gap?
Yes, it's open just enough that you can see a gap, but he can't get it all the way open because baby Burb door stopped.
So technically door opened and wide enough for me to get a rapier through, right?
For you, yes. It's not enough that the dagger could get through. Grigor, from his angle, can't see it because it's just a bit of a crack, but because where you are and you're sitting, yeah, 100%. Or not sitting, but like crouched, yeah. So if that's the case...
qualifies as my trigger?
It does qualify as a trigger, and your rapier is nice and skinny, so you can just poke it like a toothpick right through the door. Or through the crack.
I do a poke.
And you rolled a... Yeah, that hits. All right, so go ahead and roll that damage for me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So,
Get that bitch.
how do you want to do this?
I must stab him right where I thought his shoulder was.
Uh-huh.
But apparently gets slightly too high.
Mm-hmm.
And bounce off of his shoulder blade and just go straight through the jugular.
Ooh, okay. So Oth, when you're and you're like, nope, I'm door stop, door not opening, I got this. And then you look over and you see Talina just shink, and she just pushes the rapier through the thin crack in the doorway, and the thudding stops, and she pulls the rapier back, and the body flops to the floor dead. That dude had a very short life. All right, so that's gonna be hit. That's the first time I've ever played a character and had them die on their turn. Like, I don't think I've ever had that happen. All right, so Grigor, you're up. You did just watch her stick the sword through the crack in the door, pull it back, and then you heard the of a body hit the floor.
Also, that rapier tip is very red.
Yes, it came back very bloody.
Gurgo's going to turn around and check the door that was behind him.
Oh, actually, you know what? What your trigger was your trigger specific to anyone coming through the door, or was it just when you see an enemy?
It was when if someone broke through
The door.
main door.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. So then your held action is negated, but as you turn back to the other direction, were you turning this way or are you turning this way? Like, which direction is Grigor turning?
Opposite of the doors.
Oh, like this way?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you turn around and there is a door there, right behind you, kind of mildly shadowed in the darkness here, and it's closed.
Grigor checks to see if it's locked or not.
It is in fact locked. You go and you jiggle the handle, and it's very clearly locked.
Grigor's gonna use his cunning action to lockpick the door.
Can you do that with your cunning action? The cunning action allows you to dash, disengage, or hide, by the way. So, I mean, technically you can use your action to try to lockpick the door if you want. If that's what you're trying to do. Because your cunning action basically allows you to take an action as a bonus action.
I have the fast stance.
Ooh, the what now? Oh, where is that? Oh, I am so sorry. Yes. Ignore me. I am a bad DM. Yes, go ahead and do that. So go ahead and roll me a Thieves' Tools check, please. And that is a 19. Okay, yeah, you very, turn around and see the door handle. This is nothing. Ching, 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 click, and you hear it. You hear it unlock.
Grigor's going to open the door.
Okay, so you open the door, and you are looking at the inside of a coat closet. But I will say, as you glance into this coat closet, this is the only room you've been in so far that doesn't look like the rest of the rooms where everything's been picked clean, and it looks much dustier than the other rooms. So it looks like, presumably, maybe the other the low hoods maybe didn't go in this room or didn't bother with this room.
Grigor's gonna blink a few times in disbelief that coat room was locked. And he's going to step inside.
Okay, go for it. Yep, this is a little coat closet.
Yep, and he's going to search the room.
Okay. So you used your cunning action as your bonus action to unlock the door. So go ahead and you'll use your action. So go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Bro, what? Okay. Bad time to take a cracker. So in this room, you see like 2 coats left over, hanging on the wall. Excuse me, hanging on this wall. And you quickly rifle through the pockets, and you find actually a couple of gems, like crystals and gemstones in the bottom one of the pocket. Like somebody had left them in there, or maybe they had stuffed them in there for some unknown reason. You find basically a small diamond about the size of a quarter. You find a small ruby about the size of a acorn, and you find an emerald the size of like a cherry, essentially. In the other coat, you find a couple scraps of paper. You find a set of keys, like on a key ring, and you find a little notebook that looks like it had some pages torn out of it, and like maybe someone was like, it was like you see like a little shopping list in there.
Gregor's going to take the gems and the key.
Okay. Okay, you can go ahead and add the gems to your character sheet if you want. Actually, I can see if I can help you out here. Well, that's not what I want. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out because I don't know why it's not popping up. I will help you out with that. So just write that down that you remember what you found. That's gonna be your turn. So Talina, you're up with Merrick up next, and I'm gonna see if I can help them out while I figure this out.
So I heard the door unlock, right?
Yeah, you heard him turn. You heard the, and then the door started to open. Oh wait, the one which door?
I'm assuming they lock together.
Oh, the double doors?
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah. So, given that the one on the camera left has a doorstop, I'm open the one on the right.
Okay.
Slowly.
Okay.
And just like give it a peek.
Okay. As the door swings open, light pours in from the porch out front. From what you can see is 2 torches on either side of the doorway, and you see the lifeless body of the throat-stabbed Lowhood there, basically on the doorstep. And at this point now, you glance over down this overgrown pathway that leads away from the house to the south, and way off in the distance, you can see the silhouette of somebody running off in the distance, like way away.
Way.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming by moving the thing at 60 feet, it's not going to actually.
No,
catch up.
he's probably 200 plus feet away at this point.
Damn, in 2 turns? Oh, fair enough. If he's been dashing.
He's been full sprinting, yeah.
Yeah.
And he left before it was his turn because you scared him. So.
That's not move. Why is that not move? Why no move? Why can I not move my guy?
I don't know why you can't move your.
Oh, it's not my turn.
Oh, sorry.
Your turn.
There you go. Yep, there you go. Now it's your turn.
There you go.
Yep.
I'm gonna take a step back, and I see that doggo is dead, despite not having a skull on it. And I can kind of see this token here. How much can I see that?
You can see basically his right shoulder, essentially, like from the full shoulder and part and most of his right arm.
Would you consider him a creature I can see within range? The range being 60 feet?
Absolutely.
I want to Dissonant Whispers, but that's a spell slot, so I guess I'm going to have to Vicious Mockery. Hold up, I didn't prepare for this.
You need your cheat sheet.
I'm going to open up my Excel sheet. Give me a second. There it is. Oh, this one. Perfect, right. Target that guy. Nope, don't type T in your spreadsheet. Target that guy. Okay, vicious mockery. As her lips turn purple. And she says, "No wonder you're hiding behind cover. I hide too with a face like that."
Okay. Sorry, I have too many sheets up here. Let me. Okay. Get him. Wisdom saving throw. Ooh. Okay, he fails. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Nailed it.
And you hear, and that's he takes 1 point of psychic damage.
That'll do.
Okay, so Merrick, is your turn. Othwin, you're up next.
Are you able to move me up? I want to go up between the chairs, but it's saying there's a wall.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'll move you. I forgot I did all the furniture because I
want to go 2 up and 1 to the left.
It's right there.
Thank you.
Yep.
No one's holding on to him, right?
No, he is not grappled. He broke free of the grapple.
Cool. Does 20 hit?
Yeah, 20 hits for sure. Go ahead and roll that damage. Is that a nat 20 or no? It's a dirty 20. Okay.
Regular.
Yep. Okay.
3.
Okay.
3 shock damage.
3 shock damage, and so now he kind of convulses from the shock damage. Okay.
I was hoping that would be enough. Oh well. And so every target, because I'm Daredevil, everyone else around me is friendlies, right?
Yes, they are. Yeah, you're Daredevil. That's a great way to put that.
Well, because of my vision right now.
Is.
Because I just see the sound waves from people. I don't see actual people.
Yeah, he doesn't actually see tokens right now.
Okay, well, since I am well aware that I'm the only one, so 1, 2, 3, and then I'll do 1, 2, 3 to give my people their side back again. And the darkness that should move with me as well. I can't move it.
Yeah, I got you. Hold on. Sorry, I'm just multitasking like crazy. Okay. Zoop. Okay, so the darkness moves over there.
And that is my turn.
It's your turn? Okay. All right. So, Othwin, it is your turn with Scorch up next. At this point, the only remaining bad guy that any of you can see, hear, or perceive in any way is the sergeant that is standing in the room.
You gonna see them?
Which room again?
You can't see him, but he's oh, oops. I got the freaking light tool. He's over here. He's next to Basil, Dax, and Merrick. So unfortunately, you don't have. Basically, actually, what your line of sight, it's like the one spot that's blind for you.
How there? I wanna move. Is that a wall in front of me? Right?
Yes, that's a wall right there.
And
Yeah, the door's right here.
Ah!
The conversation that the PCs are having amongst each other right now is great.
I'm gonna go whoosh. And here.
Okay.
Is this friendly dog? No, it's a dead
that dog is dead, or at the very least motionless on the floor and not looking like alive.
Dog is not dead, just motionless, okay?
Sure, dog's motionless and doesn't appear to be.
We don't kill dogs in this party.
I don't know. Basil backhand him pretty good.
Dog's just unconscious.
Yeah,
I'll just keep silent.
Yeah, dog is just whimpered, slid across the floor, and is motionless.
I have lines of sight now with this bad guy.
Yes, 100%.
Correct?
Yep.
Through Basil's legs.
Through Basil's legs. Yep.
Wait, hold. There we go. I forgot one very important thing before I sacred flamed.
Okay. Oh, it was a dex saving throw.
Damn it!
Barely succeeds, but he does succeed. Them cantrips,
Let
man.
me hurt people.
They can be great or they can be rough.
Yeah, when the DM rolls good.
I'm just clicking buttons. I don't know what you want from me.
Like
It'll,
other buttons, the one that's
Games rigged.
fail.
Games. Oh my gosh. Here we go. We made it 21 sessions, but here we go.
Hey.
All right. So
Game's only slightly rigged.
it's true. So it's Scorch's turn. He is still in the darkness, but because he has already, he doesn't need to make another perception because he got a dirty 20, and because he's already gotten a piece of him and he knows what he smells like. So he if you want him to, he can just attack.
So, Dax is gonna yell for Scorch to, you wouldn't have trained him, so I'm trying to think of a great way to go about this.
Yeah, because he is untrained, so he's kind of
Yeah,
he's basically kind of.
because I was gonna have her yell like subdue instead of kill, but
I mean, you can
he
try.
wouldn't have known that yet. I'm gonna go with he wouldn't have known that yet.
Okay. I was gonna say because you can roll an animal handling check and see how he responds, but it would be at disadvantage if you've not trained him.
Yeah, I haven't trained him, so I don't think that's gonna work out very well. So, Scorch, having already gotten a piece of him, is gonna immediately turn towards the captain again and just charge at him.
Scorches. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just in the darkness here, ruff, ruff, and then he jumps on him. All right. And he gets him. Jeez, Scorch is on one, man.
I just noticed a little bite animation that happens on the target.
Yeah.
Love it.
And he gets another 5 points
Obviously
of piercing damage with the bite. And now, oops. There we go. Okay, and now he's got to make DC 11 saving throw. Oh, it was a 4 and it rolled back. Okay, so he is not grappled. He's not prone. All right, so that's going to be Scorch's attack and his movement. So now we're top of the round. It's going to be his turn, Sergeant's turn, and then it will be Basil's turn. Okay. He is now completely surrounded. All right, he is actually going to... Yeah, you know what? He's going to basically... he yells out, "Forget this!" And he plows past Dax. So Basil gets an attack of opportunity. He's going to try to run away.
Yeah, no, still unarmed.
Okay. Oh, nice hit. Okay, go ahead and roll the damage on that as he's running away.
Would I get a thing of opportunity?
Once he leaves your radius, yes. He's still technically in Scorch and your
Oh,
radius.
okay.
Once he leaves it, but Basil's the first one here. Okay, so 8 points.
Max damage.
Nice. So he takes 8 points of bludgeoning damage as he runs, but he just smack, and he takes a big hit and groans. He's now going to run like this. So now he's out of Scorch's range, so Scorch gets an attack of opportunity. And he misses. So Scorch takes a snip at him, and he's able to dodge it. But he takes one more step. Now he's out of your range, so now you get to make an attack of opportunity against him. Has to be a melee attack that you are currently wielding.
Yeah, so Dax is going to use her dagger.
Her dagger? Okay. So it's going to be a d20 plus 5.
Yeah. 19.
Oh, 100% hits. Go ahead and roll the damage on that, which is a d4 plus 3.
3.
3? Okay.
Is it the regular dagger or the dagger?
Regular dagger.
Regular dagger, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so with that, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and...
4 dice was 3. Another 6 damage.
Wait, what?
Another 6 damage because I rolled a 3 plus 3.
Oh. So you rolled a 3 on the d4?
Yeah.
Okay, so
And then
so
plus
another
3,
3
right?
point. Yeah, so it's a d4 plus
Yeah.
3. So it was
Yeah,
3.
so 6 damage.
Okay, so 6 damage total. So another 3 points. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hello? There we go. Okay. So yeah, so that's going to be... Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Okay. So he uses his turn to flee quite quickly. And that's going to be his turn. Now it is going to be Basil, is your turn with Dax up on deck. So you guys just watched as he pushed Dax and kind of quickly moved past Scorch and just started booking it for the far door up here next to the billiard table. He took a couple hits on his way out and groaned in pain and then ran, and you hear his footsteps just full sprinting somewhere.
Punching isn't working, so as movement is happening, the fang dagger is getting drawn.
Okay.
5, 10. I'm complete. I think the darkness is still active.
If you want, you can move through
It's
Daxori's
completely
space.
pitched. Okay.
I was gonna say you can move through
No, no,
Daxori's
say.
space to save a movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 1,
5,
2, 3.
10, 15, 20,
You have 10 more.
25. Another diagonal would be more than 5, right?
No, so
Because I
5.
did one diagonal. Okay.
Diagonals are just 5. So yeah, and
Out in the middle of nothing, and
you
I
hear-
don't see.
you hear, and it's coming from the stairs leading upstairs. You hear him running up the stairs
Okay.
to the second floor.
Basically, it's dark. I don't know what's going on. Ready an attack for any enemy that comes my way.
Okay. All right, so that's gonna be your turn. And Daxor, it's your turn. Okay, so same thing. So Basil moves past you quickly, disappears through the doorway behind you, and you heard the footsteps of feet on tile, and then the feet changing to something else.
Okay.
Grigor, you're up next.
So Dax is gonna follow him.
Okay.
Can I shout something at Dax as she breaks line of sight?
Mm-hmm.
Are you? Did they go left?
I think that yes, they went left.
Okay.
Okay. So that and then
That was only 5, 10, 15. So you
10.
have 15 more feet.
yeah.
I forgot about it on my turn, but technically a dash action could be done.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, Dax is gonna use her dash action.
Okay. So for
So
you,
she
that's
gets
your
to
bonus
move
action.
another. Yeah, so she gets to move another 15 or 30,
Another 30
right?
feet. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Technically, the bad guy could have disengaged and would have been a lot better off. But hey, here we are.
I don't think you can disengage from 3 enemies.
You
So
can
that
disengage
was-
is for your entire turn.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
takes
I'm
your
gonna be
action, though.
right. So I end up right on top of him.
Yeah. So basically, you're running up the stairs and you see him, and he's starting to lose a little bit of speed, and he's starting to round the top of the stairs up near the second floor.
Okay.
Yeah, you get right
So-
behind him. You're much faster than he
Okay.
is.
So I'm going to go ahead and try and tackle him.
Ooh, okay. All right, so you want to grapple him. Okay. So make sure he's targeted.
Yeah.
You're going to roll an unarmed strike, which it should be in your... Yeah. So you have an unarmed strike. So you're going to roll that as an attack. And you're going for the grapple action. So if you hit him, then he'll have to make a strength saving throw. If you're rolling a physical dice, it's going to be a d20 plus your... Is it d20 just plus strength, or...
Sorry, for what?
For an unarmed strike, for someone who does not have Tavern Brawler, hang on. It's...
Unarmed strike
+2.
is just, yeah.
It's d20 plus 2.
So D20 plus 2.
And you have to meet his AC.
Yeah. If I could do math, that would be great. 17.
17 hits. Okay, so then in that case, he needs to make a saving throw of a 8 plus your strength plus your proficiency. Your strength is 0. Proficiency is, I believe, 2. If I can find your proficiency bonus on here somewhere. Why I can't? Oh, there it is. Yeah, so unfortunately, it's a DC 10. So it's not very high. So he's just going to have to make a strength saving throw. Oh, that's a 3. You grapple him, so he is now grappled. Nice. Okay. If I can find the little status symbol in here somewhere. Not restrained.
And as she grapples him, she's gonna be like, "No, you don't."
There we go. It's that weird one again.
Yeah.
The
what
biohazard
the...
symbol. I don't know, but he's grappled, so he can now no longer move, and he has to make a saving throw at the beginning of his turn to do anything.
Yeah. So she's gonna be like, "No, you don't."
Yep. And I'll say that Basil, you hear this up on the stairs above you. You hear a scuffle, and you can hear her yell, "No, you don't." Okay.
Gotcha.
So that's going to be Dax's turn. This puts it. It's now Grigor's turn, but Talina up on deck.
Grigor would let Talina know that he found keys, a book, and some trinkets in the closet.
Oh, she just nods. As she's actively looking towards camera left.
Am I the only one that's having a hard time hearing Tightrope?
Shouldn't.
Better now, or
No, he's just really quiet for me all of a sudden.
weird? I can hear him.
I just turned him up in Discord.
Okay. Monhole, what else is Grigor going to do?
Can't wait for my eardrums to get blown out.
He'll point to where he left the book and then start heading toward the foyer.
Okay. Go ahead and move where you want to move. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So that's your movement. You still have your bonus action if you want. You can move another 30 if you'd like.
Now I'm going to continue moving.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, so you find Basil out here in the dimly lit foyer, and you can hear the scuffle happening on the stairs, and that's going to be your turn. Okay, so Talina, you are up. Merrick, you're up next.
Let's see. 10, 20. That hits a wall. Is that 25 or 30?
That's 25.
If I'm just right on looking.
Yeah.
There.
Yep. So you
And
can.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to move my dancing lights 60 feet from where it is to probably halfway up the stairs, because it can, float directly across
Sure.
the statue.
Okay, so they're basically up. It floats up on the stairs up next to Dax, and from where you're at, you can kind of catch the angle intermixed through the little carvings of the statue, and you can kind of see the glow of Daxori kind of scuffling with somebody up there.
Yeah, I could probably see like Dax's tail, and that's about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, you would also probably be able to see her glowing hair.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The glow of Dax.
I guess I'm just blade warding myself. Nope, I meant to target myself on that, but it's fine. Do I need to recast that to trigger on myself, or can you apply it regardless?
You will need to
I'll just
recast it
recast
on
it.
yourself. Yeah.
It's
just
a
for it to work
cantrip, so it
properly.
doesn't really matter. Yeah. That one didn't happen. That one did. That still didn't apply,
Back.
but I'm assuming that's a you thing.
No. It's not showing up in your effects.
Nope.
Oh. There you go. Sorry.
Thank you.
That's weird. I don't know why I have to do that. That's so weird, but yeah, there you go.
Excellent. And that is everything.
Okay. So it is now Merrick's turn with Othman up on deck.
Did everyone just leave me here, or is someone still in the room? Because I only
you
see,
can see-
I think the dogs. Yeah.
There's also you can also technically see Othwin in the room over here, being illuminated by candlelight. And actually, from where
Merrick,
you're
we don't want to
standing,
be.
the doorway is open. You can also see Basil and Grigor up here with your dark vision through the open doorway.
Yeah, Merrick, we don't want to be near you. Joking.
About to cast darkness on you.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
You know, suddenly
Imagine
it's like, I
if you
can't see
could
anything.
cast it on somebody. That would be funny as shit. Technically, I can cast it on a rock and then put it in someone's pocket.
That would be funny.
Okay, well, here is what I'm gonna do. If I find things that I want to, where are my token settings?
You right-click your token.
Oh, there we go. I'm removing blindsight, and you can take down the darkness.
Okay.
But I can see once more.
Okay, darkness gone.
Dog can also now see.
And you hear the dog barking very happily a couple times.
I'm guessing I will think the guy is gonna be to the left of Dax.
Say again.
Up or the stairs.
Oh,
the guy that was running away.
Correct. He is to the left of Dax somewhere.
Cool. And then there was a dead dog and a dead guy, and then just an owl. Let's see. Take 4 steppies here. Wait, 1, 2, 3 steppies. What do I hear coming from? Like here, do I still hear those bangings?
No,
from
the
the guys
bangings-
outside.
Bangings are completely gone.
Oh, 1, 2, 3.
Okay. And as you come up to the doorway, you
And then I'll just
you see Talina, Basil, and Grigor all in the room.
yeah. Hey, I have a question. This here is a torch, right? If I
Where?
I don't know how to ping.
Just click and hold. Yeah, that's a torch. Yeah, it's been snuffed out.
Can I if I send a firebolt towards that, would that light it?
You're darn right it would.
Because I'm not close enough for CG, whatever that is.
I mean, wait.
15 15
what-
feet?
What's the
I
range?
thought it was 10 feet.
Is,
Let me look it up real quick.
say I thought the range on
That was 10.
precipitation was pretty far.
Yeah, it is 10 feet.
Oh, okay. Then,
Prestidigitation is 10. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, you can cast a firebolt as a cantrip if you want to go ahead and try to light it up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah,
Okay, there's
so
one little problem.
in that case, you know, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. I'm just gonna say that you use your cantrip and.
There we go. I can't do it because the guy is not in my line of sight. But can you untarget him for me, just in case?
I can't.
Just
Okay.
target yourself and then untarget yourself.
Yeah. Or target anybody
Oh,
else.
okay,
Yeah,
sure.
because if you don't hold shift, you're just gonna
All right, I've
change
done
your
that.
target basically.
All right. That's my turn. I just lit up a torch so people can actually see.
Yep. So the room is now glowing from a torchlight on the wall. Othwin, it is your turn, and it's gonna be Scorch up next.
Oh my goodness. Where does it end?
Huh?
I'm trying to figure out where the movement ended.
Oh
I
yeah,
only
no,
got
I was
25, so I was
given
like, wait,
a
where?
giant error.
Oh yeah, I got that too. That was weird. Okay, so
I think I may have fixed this.
it was 15.
It's still making a bubbling sound, but I fixed one part.
I hate the bubbling sound.
I'm working on it.
just-
I'm working on it. I promise.
I have a question. What are these red lines? Are they?
Those are the doors.
Or
Those
walls?
are the doors being opened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Looping.
I don't know why it's making a bubbling sound. I'm working on that.
Because it wants to be
It's
different.
a bath.
You know, I'm gonna remove the sound actually for now.
That works.
Yep. Okay. Now it doesn't do that anymore. That was so weird.
That's it.
That's it. It's just, okay. So you run up there behind Merrick. So it is now going to be Scorch's turn. What is Scorch doing?
So Scorch is after seeing so Scorch is gonna look and I wish I could see where Scorch is because I can't actually see where he is.
I'm gonna make him. I'll make him his own actor in here after you guys are done with this little adventure, and
Okay.
then you can actually help pick like a character, like a token for him and everything. We'll actually make him his own little character.
Okay. So Scorch is gonna look at where Merrick and the bird or the burb are going,
Mhm.
and he's gonna bark and he's gonna start trotting his way over there as well.
Trotting. Okay, so Scorch starts little tippy tap horse, not horse, dog trot. So he's gonna go. So he was here. So 10.
And he's kind of, as he's going, he's kind of like turning his head in curiosity, like wondering why everyone just scattered out of the room
Sure.
so quickly.
Yep. So that's gonna be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So that's 25. Where do you want him to move from here?
From here, he's gonna. Would he be able to see Dak?
Yeah.
Okay, so from here, he's gonna start making his way up towards Dak.
Okay. So he's gonna move past you two. So 5, 10, 15. That's as far as he can get with his movement. If you want him to dash.
Yeah, he'll dash because he can't really do anything else.
Okay. 5, 10, 15. Okay, so that's basically as far as he can get without going past.
Okay.
But that's his movement and his action.
Alrighty.
Okay, Steam, go away. I need to change turns. Go away. I don't care if so and so is playing room something. Okay. All right. It's gonna be his turn. All he can really do is make another DC strength saving throw, or DC 10 strength saving throw. Actually, this time he's gonna make it a dex.
The campaign party thingy.
Huh?
Did you see what I posted in campaign party? It's relevant. The rookie grapple.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if its dex is higher than its strength.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. He's gonna use
his.
his dex this time because I thought it was the same. It's actually it's actually 1 point higher.
Yeah.
And he beats it. So he is no longer grappled. So he breaks free of your grapple, and then he is going to that's his action. I believe, yeah, that's his action, and so he can't disengage because he just used his action, and he doesn't have that as an ability. So he is going to continue to try to run up the stairs. before he does, both of you get an attack of opportunity. Dax, go ahead and make yours first.
Okay, so again with her dagger.
Okay. So it's going to
where's my
be
dice?
D20 plus 5 if you're using the dagger.
Oh, I just threw my dice into my coffee.
Oh, no.
But
That makes them tasty, though.
I guess so.
Tasty shiny math
Alright,
rocks.
Let me go. Now I need to dry this off.
Don't put dice in your mouth. Trust me.
Oh my god, a business idea
not gonna put it
candy
in
that
my
actually
mouth.
looks like D&D dice. Has that been done before?
I'm sure.
Yes, it
has.
has.
You can roll it, then you can eat it.
Sugar dice.
Of course.
Oh hell yeah!
Melon's like, I already have some on order. It's fine.
There we go.
I wish I had some on order.
If you roll bad, you can just eat it and never use it again.
Exactly.
21.
Now, okay, actually, real quick. You do not have to make an attack of opportunity if you are trying to not attack him. I forgot to clarify. You get the opportunity, but it's an opportunity. Like, you don't have to use it. So if you do not want to attack him, you don't have to. I'll just say that before. You can decide if you want to.
Can I try to re-grapple him?
No.
No, because that's not a reaction. You could try to punch him, but yeah, because because attack of opportunities are only melee attacks. So basically, like, you're swinging as they're leaving.
Yeah, because she's not trying to kill him.
Okay, then you can just
You can do
forego
non-lethal damage.
Oh, that's right. You can do that. I forgot about that. Yeah. So
What?
So basically, you're choosing to. Can you do that with a? Can you do that with a like a bladed weapon? I thought you had to use it with like a blunt weapon.
Any non-magical blunt attack, I believe.
So a dagger was
Can
not a blunt
be-
weapon though. So.
I mean, if you use the back, you can consider it blunt.
Wait, for what?
Oh, that's true. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. For non-lethal attacks. So.
Oh, I think non-lethal. You just have to say that you want it to be non-lethal, and it's any melee attack, magic
Okay.
or not.
Okay, cool. So in that case, then, so you rolled a 21. You said.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to kill him.
Okay, you're just trying to like knock him out or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so 21 does hit. So go ahead and roll the damage on that, and this is non-lethal damage. So the damage is a D4 plus 3.
Yep. You know, if I could actually roll my dice properly, that would be great. You said D4 plus 3?
Uh-huh.
Okay, 4.
All right. So as he goes to run away, you swing the hilt of your knife trying to hit him. Like, you don't swing the blade part. You just kind of swing down with the hilt and you clock him across the back of the head. And he goes face down onto the stairs and kind of falls down a little bit towards you, and he's knocked unconscious. And he is not dead, but he is out cold on the stairwell.
Okay.
And with that, he was the last enemy you had visibility on. So he slides back down kind of at your feet, knocked out cold. In fact, actually, I'm pretty sure. Wait. I thought there was a. There it is. Okay, so he is out cold.
Apparently, I was wrong about the blunt thing. It just has to be a melee attack.
Yeah, I thought it had to be a blunt weapon, but yeah. Okay. So he is out cold. And you guys are now out of combat because that was the last guy.
Okay. So Dax is immediately gonna try and is there anywhere on her or on the guy that she can like grab so that she can just pull him behind her?
Yeah, you can grab
Like
so
drag him?
Yeah, so the sergeants that you guys have noticed have a red sash kind of tied around their neck with like a cloak cape sort of thing coming off the back, like a small cape. So you could easily grab that whole setup by like his collar, like his neck area, and just drag him down the stairs if you wanted. Or you can grab his foot and drag him by his feet and let his head clock every stair. It's up to you.
Alright, so she's gonna grab him up by his head, and she's gonna try and start just like walking down the stairs, dragging him with her.
Okay, so go ahead and move where you would move, and I'll move him. Because yeah, we're out of combat, so you can.
What do you mean that collides with a wall?
Oh, okay, never mind. We'll just do it this way. So we'll I'll move everybody.
Yeah, I can't go down the stairs.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Hold on. I just grabbed the dead body in another room. Hang on. I grabbed the square was too big. It's fine. So, Dax drags the unconscious body of the last sergeant down the stairs and down the stairs as she brings her to the tile floor below. Scorch just happily trotting along behind. I moved your lights by accident, Talina. Would your lights have followed, or would they have stayed on the stairs?
They were pretty close to being
Okay.
ended anyway. So.
Perfect. So they go out. And I'd say at this point, if everyone is moving that direction, that Othwood and Merrick would definitely have rejoined the group here in the foyer.
Where's my rope? Who has my rope?
I don't know. Not me, says I. So he drags, Shadow drags him down the stairs into the foyer. And he's out cold. He's pretty beaten up and bloodied from the attacks, though. He's looking a little rough, but he's unconscious. Scorch gives him a little bit of a sniff and kind of looks him over and then licks his face a few times. He's still unconscious.
So Dax is going to just start slowly making her way this way with the guy, kind of nodding towards Bastel and Merrick, and just if they want, if they want to follow. And she's gonna kind of start making her way back into this dining room area over here.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move the three of you as a group. If I can select who I want, there we go. Also, Othwin, you're maintaining concentration, I believe, on the spell around Talina, correct? Okay. Are you still maintaining that concentration?
Yep, I'm gonna go for the full 10 minutes for it.
Okay, that's fine. Just making sure. So
Just in case.
yeah, so doors open and you wander off into the kitchen area with your unconscious friend. Scorch.
Yeah, we'll call him unconscious guest.
Yeah. The lights, obviously the candles have been snuffed out in here, so there's no light in this room. The kobold's servant that you saw earlier is nowhere to be seen. He's clearly left, as you guys presumed he did. You don't hear any sound coming out of the lavatory. Do any of you go to check on check any of the doors or the lights or anything like that in this area? Or do you guys, a better question, do you guys all follow her in here?
I did.
Okay. The rest of you guys follow Daxori? Or do you guys do anything else?
As Grigor was walking toward the secondary dining room, he asked Merrick if he can tell him if there's anything special about the cloak he found.
Oh, I'm sorry, the
what we found?
The what he found?
The cloak Grigor found off the hood.
Yes.
Oh, the cloak he found.
Yes, the cloak. Hang on a second.
I could try and make a roll for that. Depending you tell me it.
Do you have identify?
I don't have identify.
Okay.
I can do Arcana, History, or Religion to up to you to try and figure out if it's anything that I might know.
Yeah, if you want to roll, you can take your pick. You can either roll an Arcana check or a History check when looking over the cloak that Grigor is showing you.
Alright. Well, I mean, they have the same modifier, so I'll just roll History, might as well.
History? Okay.
Cringe.
Okay. So you go to look over the cloak, and it doesn't look like it's anything of any sort of note from its design. It doesn't look like it has any sort of historical significance to its pattern. It's a very simple pattern. It's mostly kind of like a it's the same red that everybody else's, all the other sergeants were, but this one just cut a little bit differently, and it looks like maybe it's a teeny bit older, like it maybe wasn't as new or as matching as the other ones were, but it does seem to just kind of be a little bit more unique. You do feel a little bit with your arcane abilities. You do feel a little bit of like a kind of a like static charge when you pick it up. Like you can go, oh, there's something to this. It's not as simple as it seems. But you're beyond that. Historically speaking, there's nothing really too significant about it.
I respond with, it's definitely not a common piece of clothing, but I can't really tell you much beyond that. Why do you ask?
Yeah, because I sort of felt the same thing. It's a bit different from the others.
I mean, if it's worn by men like these, then it might give you some sort of an advantage, but you'd have to experiment with that. And then, yeah, I give it back to him.
Okay.
I just read Mullenhall's message from 10 minutes ago that Athlin's still prone. I'm just thinking she's crawling everywhere.
Yeah, just army crawling all over. I forgot to remove that. Okay, actually, this is a perfect opportunity real quick before we get involved anymore since we're out of combat. Let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute bio break. Let everybody run to the restroom. I gotta go. I know that Tyrup just did. So everybody run to the restroom real quick. We'll fill up water, whatever we gotta do, and we'll be right back.
Why do I have a thinking symbol on my character?
You're probably maintaining concentration on something, which I think was your darkness. So we just gotta.
Oh, that should go off at this point, yeah, because I'm not doing
That's
that
why,
anymore.
yeah. So in your sheet, we'll just go down to effects. There you go. Yeah. Yep.
There we go.
That's it.
Cool.
Okay. Yep. Quick break.
Quick breaker.
Ba-ba, ba-ba.
Meow.
Wow.
Meow.
Wee wee wee. Oh, I should never have looked up the prices for this. It's so expensive. Why do Broadway be so expensive?
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Oh no.
Thank you. How is everybody? Everybody doing all right?
I'm
Mhm.
breaking my brain
You're breaking. What are you doing?
looking at Broadway tickets
Oh dear.
for a specific musical that is brand new
Oh.
and has very powerful songs. And I don't know why are they so expensive.
What the musical?
It's called Redwood. Wait, hold on, is it Redwoods or Redwood? Oh, it's
Wood.
literally called Redwood.
Wood. All right.
Why did I couldn't remember Red?
Is everybody back? Or are we still waiting on? I know obviously Melon's here, but Jess and Shadow, are we waiting on them? I'm gonna take that as a yes. We are still waiting.
Yes, I think we're still waiting. So, the cheapest tickets are $99. I hate the dots. Let me click the dots. Okay, never mind. That one's even more expensive. What day did I click? Must be a weekend. Maybe it's a Saturday. So apparently weekends are way more expensive. Sure. Closer to the stage. This is a very stupid question. I want to know that. Oh my goodness. Closer to the stage is $249.50
Oof.
per ticket. I would like to go see a Broadway show. I found cheap ones.
Ich habe Wein.
These are only $79 per person. That's not bad.
It's pretty good.
It's cheaper than the other ones.
No.
Can we not have sound effects right now?
Yeah. Well, now we know Jesse's back.
Fair.
I've been talking.
Oh, sorry. I was reading something. I was responding to.
Wow.
Have you ever responded to somebody's message and you type the word in all caps to show emphasis, and then you misspell the capitalized word, which just looks stupid?
Oh, I didn't
No.
even notice.
Yeah. I was like, I appreciate, and I spelled it A-P.
A pre-kite.
A precite. Yeah, I appreciate that, and that. Yeah.
See, you were so passionate about that word that you just misspelled.
It's exactly what it was. Yes.
See,
Oh,
I
go
understand
Bush
the
mix
brain.
again.
What was that noise? That was Jesse with a soundboard playing sounds that I'm gonna end up banning from my Discord.
It's only a pufferfish.
What's wrong
you
with
ever
the
heard of the-
pufferfish eating a
That's a
carrot?
pufferfish?
That's
Yeah,
the
it's a
puffer feet.
pufferfish. It's literally from a clip of a pufferfish eating a carrot and getting a gag
I-
reflex off of it.
Did not know that. It did not. That's like the turtle making sounds. Like I didn't know that.
See, the turtle
Neon's
one,
got some
we're not gonna
research to
talk
do.
about.
Yeah, apparently. We only. We have
I'm
pufferfish
gonna-
at work. I've never heard them make that sound
Why the fuck do you have pufferfish at your work?
because I work for an aquarium.
There you go.
Oh,
You're
I
welcome.
did not
I've
know.
told you
I
this.
did not know that.
Yeah.
It's in chat for whenever you have
Okay,
time
I'll go-
for
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
I don't
Puffer
know
fish
why
eats
how
carrot.
I forgot that.
Just show it to show it to Twitch. Why not? You might as well.
Yes, it's just an animal.
Hold on. Okay. Make sure I don't. Here we go. Okay.
That I apologize for what's about to happen, not even if it's not my fault. I also take zero blame, for the record.
It's just an animal. It can't hurt you. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what a lot of animals do is hurt you.
I mean,
like,
Yeah.
Technically, it can kill you or really make you sick if you fuck up when you cook it. Well, you have to cut it up. That's the
Oh
fucked up
no!
part.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Oh, what?
Nothing. It was OBSception.
Oh. No big things. Oh, I see. My phone just cut off to the unknown room.
That is so wrong to just leave the fish out like that, just for a camera.
I kind of want to know why they try to feed a pufferfish a carrot.
It's a okay. They're in a restaurant, so they don't care. Okay.
It's fugu.
I like how in one hand he has gloves and where he's holding the carrot, he just handled the fish without gloves.
What the? Okay, this kind of makes me mad, actually. Like, that is... Like, if you're gonna eat the fish, kill it, and be done with it. Don't play with it like a toy. That makes me mad. Sorry.
I can't get over the fact that it sounds like a balloon.
You may want to. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
I was
what
gonna
I'm
say.
I'm fixing. It took me a half beat to realize what I needed to fix, but I fixed it. Okay. We still waiting on Shoutout?
Professional, by the way.
Oh yeah, 100%. Professional DM, professional streamer, 1000%.
Yep. I see no issues with any of this.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there's cooking streams out there.
I don't think they're using live ingredients.
Have you tried them
That
all?
depends on what you cook.
Yeah, it depends what you cook. Like I said, I have no problem. Like, I love fish. Like, I have no issue with that. But, like, if you're going to take the fish out, take it out, kill it, cook it, eat it. Don't sit there and play with it and try to feed it a carrot, which it's clearly gagging on. Like...
Did you know turkeys can burp?
No, I did not know this.
Yeah, apparently they can't burp on their own.
You have
They
made me curious.
burp. Well, let me see if I can find it. Okay, it is in the campaign party chat.
Okay, Lawrence, you haven't given the people a springtime burp. Should we give them a spring burp? My handsome man? Let's see what we got.
That's a
Damn.
turkey?
I wish I could do that.
That
That's a
sounds like a
turkey.
lion about ready to eat. Jeez.
No, I know which sound bite I need to add. The seal, the baby seal that yells egg.
What?
Apologies, chat. For those of you who are sitting here just waiting, we're waiting on one of our players to get back, and then we will dive back in.
Have we all returned yet?
We're waiting on... Oh, Shadow just unmuted. I think Shadow's back.
Hello?
Hello. There we go. Perfect.
How wow.
Okay. So now we're all back. Okay, so getting back to where we just left off, Daxori drags the unconscious body of one of the remaining Low Hood sergeants into the dimly lit kitchen dining sort of area that you guys originally entered from the basement through. There's still the pools of blood on the table and on the ground from when you took out the bad guys, and the candles are obviously still doused.
Yes. Dax is basically going to throw is a loose term, but aggressively put the man in this chair over here.
In the one in the corner?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so he is aggressively plopped onto the stool in the corner.
Doggo,
I
next to me,
can't
is that
move
sword?
at all because any movement I make apparently never mind. And
Oh.
Dax is going to go ahead and take. Let me just double check before I say this. She's going to take the rope that she has in her like bag,
Mm-hmm.
and she's going to tie the man up.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check, please.
Or try to tie them.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, roll me a dexterity to see how nimble you can, your fingers are to tie him up.
So D40 plus 3.
Mm-hmm.
No, not D40.
D40.
20. Yeah, I'm just gonna real quick roll my D40 die.
Out here making up dice. Oh.
Oh crap! It's gone behind my desk.
We're gonna keep rolling the D20, but we're gonna change this. Actually, it's gonna be plus 3. Oh, it's the same thing. Doesn't matter.
Okay, where did I roll behind my desk? Where did it go after that?
We need to get you a dice tray.
Any bowl will do.
Well, it depends on what kind of dice. If they're nice dice, then you want to roll on something soft.
It's behind my UPS.
Any bowl with a towel in it will do.
It landed dirty 20.
Oh, geez. Okay. Yeah. So you are very quickly able to rope him up and tie him up in the corner, to which he is now restrained. Ooh, that's a much cooler graphic.
Yes, it is.
Oh, the old one did not look that cool. That's because the program that runs it is updated. So he is now restrained. He is tied up in the corner on the chair, and he the rope tying is done very, very well. It looks like he's probably not getting out unless someone cuts him free.
All right.
While you're doing
Dax
that,
is gonna sit there and wait for everyone else to come into the room.
Perfect. Othwin, Grigor, Merrick, and Basil, are you guys following them into the first room?
Basil's basically just going to be following the group while staying on alert for any noises or potential baddies coming up to him.
Merrick?
Neon,
Yes.
can you put me on
Yeah.
the table?
Yes, I can put you on the table.
Yes.
You are now on the table. You can move. I think you can move one by yourself. Yeah, there you go. Yep.
What were the
Grigor
original
following as
lights
well?
in here?
What?
What was the original lights in here?
There were some candles that were snuffed out earlier.
Where?
They were on the table.
I'll let him back up.
They were on the table, and they got stuffed out. Didn't we flip the table or something like
No,
that?
that was in the other room. These ones just got.
Oh, okay.
These ones just got snuffed out. Oh no! If I remember correctly, someone picked him up and was carrying it. It's been a while, but essentially they are just out. If you guys wish to either grab one of them from the other room, like Grigor's standing next to some candles right now in that hallway, or something of that nature, you guys are more than welcome to move some candles in here or relight some.
I will prestidigitation, whatever light source I see, and if it's within arm's reach, put it on the table.
Okay. Sounds good. So you find a candle and place it on the table. Oops, not that one.
Don't set the table on fire.
There you go. So you light a candle in the middle of the room. Yep. Basil, you want me to move you so you can follow?
Yep.
Okay. So you guys are all now back in the room. So now everyone's in the same room.
Huh.
Grigor closes the door and starts going through the key ring to find one that can lock the door.
You want to lock this door?
Yes.
Basil's going to stop him from doing so, and just I'm keeping watch, so I'll alert if anyone shows up.
Okay. So with that, though, you do notice that on that key ring there are a lot of keys. They look old, and they look like the kind of keys that would go in some of these locks in this house. It's very clear to see that this key ring probably belongs to this house. Dax, as you crouch in front of the sergeant who is still out, you can tell he's still breathing, but he looks like he's unconscious but in pain.
All that's gonna do is just draw a small smirk from her on her lips.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I have a mesket and a water skin. I'm just gonna pour some water into the little bowl that came with the mesket,
Okay.
and I'm gonna splash it in his face.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
You thought Selena was gonna give water to Scorch, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
I thought the same thing. Okay, so you splash the water in his face, and he starts to come to.
And I'll sit back down to have Dax do with the interrogation bits.
As Dax watches Selena do that, she's just going to, she's gonna throw like, she's gonna throw a, what was it? What is it in my pocket? Hold on. So I also just realized that I've been mistaking my crowbar for a bone because the picture is a bone.
Wait, say that again?
I said I've also just realized I've been mistaking my crowbar for a bone because the picture looks like a bone.
Crowbar. You have a crowbar?
Yeah.
In your inventory?
My backpack.
Oh my gosh,
shoot
it does look like a bone. What the heck?
Yeah.
I think that
So
that picture is a bone.
Yeah, so I've been mistaking my crowbar for a bone.
That's fine. It's fine. That's
Okay.
funny though.
Anyways, she's gonna grab one of her twigs that she uses to make torches with,
Mm-hmm.
and she's just gonna throw it over to Scorch so he has something to kind of gnaw on and occupy himself with.
Okay. You toss it over. He sees it, grabs it out of midair, and actually, hold on. I say that. Let's see if he grabs it out of midair. He grabs it out of midair and plops on the ground and starts gnawing on it.
Okay. So.
And as you toss
just
it over,
gonna-
when you look back to the sergeant, he's awake and now looking at you, and kind of a little bit like he's trying to have a tough face, but he also looks exhausted and beat up.
She's going to look back at him and just go. And the dagger that she still has in her hand. She's just gonna be tapping it on his knee, not so it cuts into him. So on the flat side,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna be like, "What to do with you?"
He doesn't say anything. He just kind of glares back at her.
She then looks over at everyone else, at Monhold, Basil, Selena, Merrick, just to kind of see, if they have any questions to ask the guy before she has her fun.
Now remember, I want to remind you, above table, in my in-person game, we put our hand on top of our head as a joke. It's pretty funny. He was knocked out from all of your guys' damage. Now he's not been treated in any way. So essentially he has 1 hit point of health, for the sake of mechanics. So unlike any other person who is, you've encountered so far, the only reason he's not dead is because you knocked him out instead of killing him. So
yeah,
just keep that in mind.
Yeah. I mean, if she's looking at us to ask the questions, then Talina would move up 1 chair.
Okay.
And, sit as forward as she can without, falling off. So, with her elbows on her knees and leaning forward and just staring him down. And she just makes her lips glow purple, like she's about to cast, Vicious Mockery or whatever. As you guys have seen, and she just asks, we are looking for a document, and you are going to tell us where it is. I guess that was more of a statement than a question, but
Yeah.
here we are.
So her lips glowed purple. Were you casting something on him, or was this just her
No,
amplifying
that's
her
just
question?
prestidigitation.
Okay. Roll me a persuasion check. And I'll say it's just a straight roll. It'd be a disadvantage because of his current state, but with the prestidigitation enhancement, I'll say that it's a straight roll. Okay.
Well, the dice say no.
Yeah. So he hears you say this, and he kind of raises an eyebrow and gives a slight cocky sort of smirk through his battered face, and you see him kind of swish something around and spits a little bit of blood out of his mouth onto the ground, not at you in like an aggressive manner, just spits it out on the ground, getting some blood out of his mouth. And listen, I don't know where you come from, but I'm not answering your question. It's not happening. Nice try, though.
Dax is immediately going to snap back to him. You say that, yet I've had 2 others of you before me, and they've sang like a canary.
He looks her up and down. You saying you killed some of my friends?
I'm saying I've gotten information out of them. I didn't say what I did with them, but I can arrange that.
Listen, unfortunately for you, I'm more scared of my boss than I am of you. Besides, I'm on death's door as it is, and we both know it. He spits a little more
They
blood out.
said the same exact thing.
I
So
am
this boss of yours must be a real
asshole.
Yeah, that's the word.
He smirks back. Yeah, a little bit.
Then why do you work for him?
I make good money.
Is good money worth your life, though?
It was. Right now, my life is worth my life. If I say much, the fact of the matter is, if I say anything, he's going to kill me. If I don't say anything, you're going to kill me. So I'm dead either way.
Not necessarily. If you say anything, you may have a chance to run. But if you don't say anything, you are going to die in this chair.
He spits a little more blood out. Run. I could barely crawl right now.
I never said we wouldn't help you on your way if you talked.
He raises an eyebrow.
Talina rustles in her bag and takes out a vial of a red liquid You know what this is?
He looks at it, kind of. I think so.
Think you can run if you talk? And she just, like, she's holding the vial at the top, not at the cork, but like where the cork meets the glass,
Mm-hmm.
and just like waves it back and forth like a hypnotizing pendant almost.
Okay. Do this. Either Dax or Talina, one of you guys roll me another persuasion check. And then you get it at advantage because one of you is helping the other. I'll let you guys decide who's making it because you guys are working together on this.
Do you want to roll it or me, Talina?
You've done the majority of the talking.
Cool. So
I reckon I have the higher modifier, but you've done the
Yeah, I was
majority.
about to say, you do
assisting.
have
Yeah.
the higher modifier.
that's because Talina was the last person to say something, so it's perfectly fine if Talina makes the roll and Dax provides help.
All right.
Yeah, do you want to make the roll?
I will make the roll at advantage, you say.
Mm-hmm. Persuasion at advantage.
The button.
I
See,
should
this
have
is why I
rolled.
wanted you to roll.
That was rough
I
watching because
should
it
have
was
rolled.
like a 15 and it came over to a 5. He's watching the vial swing back and forth in your hands. And you can see on his face that he is like you almost watch the words starting to leave his mouth. Like you almost see him like giving in. And then he kind of like lets out a small bit of a sigh and shakes his head just a tiny bit and says, I would have nowhere to run to, let's be honest. I'd make it out of this building, but I wouldn't make it very far. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Perhaps our
You-
employer could help.
You give up too easily.
Giving up would be telling
Are
you what
you
you want to know.
all that weak? And she kind of, when she says
Ooh.
the word weak, she says it in a very mocking tone.
Ooh. Okay, 1 second. I got to check something. Okay, that has gone away. I need to remove that from him. Hang on a second. Okay, that's gone. Sorry. Okay, so you said it in kind of a mocking tone? Oops, he's not prone.
Yeah, she says the word weak in a very mocking tone.
You see him bite the inside of his cheek and kind of grit his teeth a bit and says, watch it. I may be tied up, but that don't make me weak.
Says the one that's in the chair right now, begging for us to.
No
You know.
one's begging. And his brow starts to furrow a bit, and if you can see where his hands might be, you can watch that he's starting to like make a fist tightly and start to white knuckle a bit.
So and she just goes, yeah, sure, and she kind of waves her hand dismissively. So, are you going to comply, or am I going to slit your throat where you sit?
He looks at you, and you can see the gears turning in his head. And he glances between you, and he glances to Talina, and then back to Dax. I'll tell you what. Get these blasted ropes off of me, and we'll talk.
That's not how this works. Because the last time I've taken one or two of you out of ropes, you've run off. And that we can't have that.
You talk about us like we're all the same damn person. Do I look exactly
You are
like
in my book. You are. And she says that in a very harsh tone.
He hears her getting cut off, him getting cut off, and he kind of leans in a bit. Mighty judgmental of you, and he looks her up and down a bit. Kind of cocks his head to the side and cocks it back the other way. He glances down at the dagger in her hand and back up. You wouldn't be so tough if you was in a fair fight with me, would you? In this position where I'm tied up, we have a blade to me. Of course, you have the upper hand, but anyone has an upper hand in this position. And he leans back and kind of places his back against the wooden wall and kind of shifts a bit in his seat, and you kind of see him try to get a little bit comfortable.
Where
Dax
even
just-
would he run to, Dax? And
Huh?
Selena just gestures around to all the friends. Where even would he run to?
And as you do this, Scorch looks up, stick coming out of his mouth with a dopey look on his face. And as he does that, you see
higher when it comes to over the top of the dog.
Yeah,
not
and you
include
see
the dog.
you see the sergeant look over at the dog, and he goes, "Stupid mutt couldn't even do his job." And he rolls his eyes, scoffs, and looks away.
And all Dax says to his response is, "Says the one who ran away from our fight."
He looks up. Just because I ran from an outnumbered fight doesn't make me anything but smart.
Sure. And at this point, Dax is just kind of showing a "I don't care at this point what happens to you" type of attitude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and his his demeanor back and his facial expressions back shows that he's kind of resigned to. He hasn't said the words, but his face and his body language kind of says the "do what you must" sort of position. But he's also like verbally trying to put on a hard exterior that, like, not making anyone roll. That's easily what you guys are all witnessing right now.
Dax looks over back at Talina.
You'll see her reach for her lyre,
Okay.
and then give Dax a little, like, maybe take a couple of steps away. Although I don't think you can get out of range, not within this room.
No, not in this room.
Dax says, "You better not be trying to kill him."
You know better. If I want to kill, I use my voice. And I'll start drumming the lyre.
Okay.
That's not the one I meant to click. Let me just not have that on.
I was gonna say yeah, because there's one that actually does a thing.
That's the one I was looking for.
Yep. Okay.
I didn't target, but it's
That's okay.
all
I
within
can still do
30
it.
feet. It's all creatures within 30 feet.
Okay. All right. So everybody needs to make that wisdom saving throw because you guys are all in the room. Oh my
Is
gosh.
it a D20?
It's a D20 plus your wisdom modifier. It's a plus your wisdom saving throw modifier, which for you is
a 1.
Okay, it's a 1. Okay.
15.
So you strum your lyre. Wait, I still need Grigor to make one.
Grigor would have gone down to check on Spitwick.
Oh, okay. 1 second. We'll deal with that. So Grigor's not in the room. I'll deal with him in a second. Everyone in the room succeeded except Othwin. So you strum your lyre and you feel the spell move throughout the room, and you feel everyone resists the effect except Othwin, who looks at you and just has she's just enamored by the sounds coming out of your lyre. And Othwin, you are now charmed by Talina.
I will immediately drop it once I notice that he's not affected.
Oh, you do? Okay, all right. So never mind. You're no longer charmed by Talina.
He gets maybe a bar or two in, and then realizes, and just goes, fuck it.
Yeah, and he looks at you, raises his number, and says, "You just suddenly had the urge for music, I take."
She's just not even going to
Gotcha.
grace that with a response.
While this is all happening, Grigor, you open the door to the stairwell and you find the several dead bodies you guys stacked in the room when you guys first entered the building. And they are blocking the stairwell on the landing right in front of the door. You can climb over them, but you might possibly trip down the stairs.
Would Dax be able to see him opening the door to go downstairs?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you'd hear him. You were talking to your captive the whole time.
So if she would be able to hear him,
Mm-hmm.
could she tell Grigor or like stop what she's doing to and ask him to drag them out, just so the captain can see, more of his dead friend?
Yeah. You could. I'll allow that. You can bark that out, and Grigor, you would hear Dax ask that request from you.
Gurgur would try to drag one of them out.
Okay. Yeah. You have no problem dragging out the dead bodies one by one if you want. Would you?
How long has passed since we've been in the house, just out of curiosity?
Oh, less than an hour, probably, maybe around an hour at most.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
not
that's
been very
to
long.
ask the bodies would start smelling or anything like that?
No. It's not been that long. I know it feels like that because we move at a glacial pace when it comes to our sessions, but no, it's only been like maybe an hour or two.
Okay.
So you drag the bodies out to clear the stairwell, and he watches as Grigor drags the bodies out, the two of them all covered in blood and very much dead. But yeah, Grigor, if you want to move one more. Did it send you?
I don't think it did.
Okay, I don't know why. Oh, because I only did a one-way teleport. That's fun. Never mind. Okay. So I'll drag you to the Okay. So Grigor, you re-enter the basement. Funny. That's I can't show it to stream right now because of stupid things. But you re-enter the basement, and it's still lit, and you obviously see the shadows from various sections there, but you're here. Oh wait, what? Why can I not? Oh, hold on. How about now? Can you see it in your navigation bar? I mean, I added it. Oh. Derpy derp derp. There you go. Hold on. Nope. There you go. Now you should see it. I'm a pro at this, guys. Yeah. So you re-enter the basement, come down the stairs, and it's exactly the way that you left it. The blood smears have dried on the floor, and the torch is still burning, and you see Spitwick, who is now sitting upright in the corner and looking very dazed and looking very beaten and, not great, but he's alive.
How are you doing?
Better, but not great. Where is everyone?
Upstairs interrogating the captain or sergeant.
Oh.
Well, and he stands up. And of course, even though he grunts and stands up, he's still a gnome, so he's not very tall. He straightens himself up.
Let's go, I guess.
And he kind of hobbles a little bit. And the rest of you guys watch as Spitwick follows Grigor into the main room. And he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna go ahead and sit over here at the table. And again, he looks very beaten, battered, and he just kind of sits at the table and just kind of tries to catch his breath.
Dax is gonna look back at the captain and be like, "So, This is your last option, or your last chance. What will it be? Either die right here and have no chance of survival, or give me the information I want, we'll give you a health potion, and maybe you have a chance to survive.
He looks you up and down. And sorry, I'm quiet because he's thinking and not, he looks at you and says, glances over as he starts to talk, glances around you and he sees the dead bodies and rolls his eyes. Throw in some money and you got a deal. And he like closes his eyes and you can see he's like, I'm gonna regret this.
Dax is gonna act like she's thinking about it. Sure, I'll throw in, we'll say...
I need enough to get me out of town. All my money is back with him.
Oh, Othwin needs help getting off the table.
Oh. Where would Othwin like to go? Boop.
Dax would be like, okay.
It's a
What,
party in here.
would 200 gold work?
He sits up. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay. So give me my information.
He kind of squints a bit. How about you give me half? I'll give you the information, then you give me the other half.
No. That's not how this is gonna work.
How do I know you're not just going to kill me after I sell you something? I'm tied up. I'm in the corner. You got a knife, and you holding all the money.
Okay, so how do you know that I won't just give you the gold? You tell me what I want, and then I'll just kill you anyways and take the gold back.
He starts thinking, wait, actually, damn it. Well, if you give me the money, where am I going to go? I'm still tied up in the corner. So...
Then why do you need the money if you're tied up in the corner?
Because it shows you actually got it.
Okay. Dax says, all right. If I show you the money, can you tell me the information and then I'll give it to you?
Oh, for God's sake. Fine.
Dax pulls out a coin pouch from her whatever it's
yeah,
called.
her little coin purse.
Yeah. And she opens it up, and she shows the low hood captain that she actually has the money.
He sighs, nods, says, all right, fine. What did you want to know? Where the plans are?
Looks back at Talina.
Talina just nods.
He rolls his eyes again. They're upstairs.
She gives him the look of like, specifically, like, go on.
They're upstairs in the study on top of the desk. Last place I saw them, I swear. Can I have my money now?
You wait here with Bird. As he looks at Othwin, trying to jump on his lap.
He glances down. Is Othwin trying to get up on his lap?
She said in Foundry chat.
Yes.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry. Okay. As this is being said, right on. Oh, what the? All right. Is Othwin doing anything or just sitting on his lap?
Well, she's puffed up, looking all scary.
Okay.
Adorable form.
Now
Now I got a stick. Oh, that's dangerous though.
So stick is now
Well,
back.
throw it.
Dog is right there.
No, the dog has a stick. The dog dog has its own stick.
Okay, dog has a stick.
Dog
good.
has a stick.
Well, the burp really don't need the stick to a weapon yet, because she's digging her talons in his.
Oh,
thighs.
is she? Okay, all right.
Is
Okay.
it an intimidation factor?
Yeah, he grims.
Careful, he has 1 hit point.
Yeah, he has
It's
1
okay.
HP. Like,
I got spare the dying, baby.
oh no.
And that's a cantrip.
That's like the ultimate torture mechanic. You're like, digs claws in, dies. Spare the dying. Okay, so Burb is now on his lap. Merrick is headed upstairs. So Merrick turns on his heels and heads up towards the stairs. Does anybody follow Merrick?
I would like to.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna move one at a time. I'm gonna move everybody into the foyer who's headed upstairs. So Talina is following Merrick. Is anybody else headed up stairs?
Basil will go with them since he was the one watching the staircase.
Okay. Is
Hey, Aswin, do you need line of sight for Shield of Faith?
It just says concentration. for
Well,
10
it
minutes.
lasts 10 minutes. I'd say at about this point, it's gonna fade. It's been long enough at this point, I'd say.
Poof.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. Oh, spicy meatballs.
Don't look at chat.
Don't look at stream. Don't look at stream. So in Infernal, Dax whispers something under her breath, which Grigor, Spitwick, and Othman would all hear. And it would sound like that demonic whispering in spoken word, but no one in the room would understand it. Spitwick is not going to follow the group. He's going to stay put. I assume Grigor and Othman are staying with, or Grigor and Dax are staying with Othman?
Yes.
Okay, so you guys stay there. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, the rest of you guys start heading upstairs. And here's what we're going to do. For this, you guys can move yourselves. If you guys want to move yourselves upstairs.
I will stay behind the other two.
Okay, yeah. If you guys want to take control of your tokens and use your arrow keys, you guys can go ahead and move yourself upstairs. Oh, that was a little laggy there, but there it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the downstairs crew, I'm going to activate the second floor, but we'll come back to you guys in a minute, all right?
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, that's actually a different scene.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
They can't see.
Hold on.
Also,
Dang.
stream can't. Oh, never mind.
It's just loading for stream. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
There we go. I was like,
No,
we're
I
missing
can see
someone.
it on stream.
There we go. Okay. Let me see if I can do something for visibility's sake.
I mean, if not, I can just watch stream.
Well, I can do this real quick. We're gonna. Oh my gosh, where is it? There it is. Okay.
Okay, there, bud.
Yep. 1 second.
As they head up the stairs, the two guys can hear Talina mutter, "If I were a study." She just
If I were a
points at
study,
one
where would I
doors.
be?
Where would I be?
Oh my gosh, that is the perfect gif. Hey! Hey!
Oh, that's way better than the one I found.
Apparently, nobody can make a give of an owl digging talons into something.
Okay, I just gave observer ownership perms to the three of you guys for everybody else so that you guys can see what they're seeing for now.
I still can't see.
I see little dots scurrying around the screen.
Do we need to move?
Oh, there we
wait,
go.
There we go.
Nice, there we go. So you should be able. So as soon as each one of them moves, you should be able to see what they're seeing. Okay. So as you guys come up to the top of the stairs, you notice that it's quiet. You can hear the occasional kind of wind maybe coming through a drafty part of the home. The occasional just creak of the home settling. You do hear. Actually, all three of you roll me a perception check for me real quick, please.
Perception, you say?
Mm-hmm. And this is audible based, so that factors into your character.
See everything. Well.
Okay. So, Merrick, You don't really notice any sounds. You're more noticing the environment, and I'll explain that here in a second. Basil, the second you come up here, you hear in the distance, you hear a couple two different sources of snoring, coming from somewhere up here. They both sound like they're coming from the basically camera left side of the manor. Talina, you hear what maybe could be construed as snoring, but you're not 100% sure where it's coming from. And all three of you, without even having to roll, you do notice that the continued trail of dried blood that you followed up the stairs earlier from behind you right here is also, you also see some of it right here.
Basil's going to turn around to the other two, basically giving the shush, marking the door, and mouthing to the two up here, someone's in there.
Okay. With that, I want all three of you now roll me a stealth check, please. This will be a group stealth check for the three of you.
How do you send a private message to someone?
/ W space and then the name of the player. Okay, so we had a 23, a 10, and a 4. Okay. So, yeah, so you point out the door. Do you guys do anything? Basil,
Sorry,
you're fine.
I moved one down.
Okay.
Can I? I'm gonna lean over the railing. To peek in the north direction.
Okay.
I held Q, but apparently that didn't hold.
That's
Just
fine.
wanted to see if there were any doors along that wall.
Nope. You see that there's a large statue, there's a couple statues and decorative pieces. You see a very dead fern in the corner. There's a set of double doors that are right there that you can easily see. There's a door obviously right across from you guys here. One here. There's a hallway that you can see disappears further to the south right here.
Oh, where's the hallway there?
Yep. And then you can also see that there's several torches in the area that are lit that go across the building. You can also kind of make out several other statues and such over on this side.
Have Basil slowly approach these doors.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
I need to check something.
As Basil gets to the door, I'm noticing a little nook here.
Yeah, there's a hallway right here.
And Basil's going to point that out.
Okay.
It's dark down there. I can't see. What is over there?
Yeah, you can't see down the hallway, but there is very clearly a hallway that goes further that way.
Damn it. Dancing light has a vocal component, so I can't cast it stealthily.
I was just going to ask Talina, would you look down that way and tell me if there's anything?
Talina, you look down the hall, and with your dark vision, it's just
30 feet.
It's just a long hallway that leads, and you can see that it looks like there might be a door at the end. You're not sure.
Oh, yeah, I can kind of see a handle on that side.
Yep, and then you also make out what appears to be something on the ground, right there that catches your eye. But from here, you're not certain exactly what it is, due to the fact that it's grayscale.
Does it look like a fluid or something taller,
like a fluid,
rocks or pebbles?
Like water, mud, blood.
I whisper that to Basil, standing in front of me.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'll get better at names eventually.
It's
only been
well,
half a year.
you won't. Yeah, but Basil's going to ask, would you lead the way down there?
He hesitantly goes past them.
And Basil's just gonna kind of stay close in order to, still see
Mhm.
Selena as they move.
Dun-dun-dun.
It's a good thing
Push
he's not
towards
afraid of the dark.
Yep. So yeah, as you get to the end of the hallway, you can see that it is in fact blood that's dried up here on the base of the floor as well, and you very clearly a door at the end of the hall.
This one? As she points at the door. Do we go through this door? This is me asking in character.
Basil.
Basil gives a shrug.
Does it have a keyhole?
Yep.
I am going to peek the keyhole.
Okay.
Do I see anything studyish like?
So, before rolling a perception check, you immediately see some sort of soft glow coming through the keyhole. So there's clearly a light on the other side of the door. If you want to roll me a perception check, we'll see what you can see. While this is happening, Merrick, you move to the other door. Are you falling down the hall, or are you checking out this other door?
I wanted to do the same thing with this door that I'm at right now to peek through.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check as well. This one also, you immediately see a soft glow of some sort of candlelight coming through the keyhole, but it's a little bit dimmer. Okay. You can't really make out much, either of you, through your keyholes. Talina, the keyhole that you're looking through, it's like almost like there's something in the keyhole. So you're only seeing the light. You're not actually seeing anything, and you realize, oh, the key is in the keyhole on the other side. Alexander, when you look through the keyhole, strangely because of the angle, you're not like you can see in the room a little bit. Like you can tell there's some depth, but then all you're seeing is like what you think to be a wall, and then you realize, oh wait, that's like a dresser or something that's like 10 feet into the room that's blocking my vision from anything else. But you realize you're looking along the side of a wall, obviously, because you know where the other side of the wall is. It's right next to you.
All right. We're gonna step one, and then I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay.
I have a really silly idea.
Okay.
I'd like to slide. Firstly, below the doorway, is there like an opening thick enough for, like, say, a piece of parchment?
Oh, you could 100% slide a piece of parchment under the door.
Okay, I want to slide a piece of parchment halfway under the door, underneath the keyhole, and then use the tip of my rapier to push the key through.
Inspiration. You get inspiration. I know exactly what you're doing. I've seen this trick before. That is brilliant.
I'm sorry, I missed part of that. What are
So,
you doing?
She just slid a piece of parchment under the door. And then you're sticking your rapier through the keyhole, you said?
Yeah, I'm trying to poke the key down.
Yeah, I'm not even going to make you roll for that because that's a very simple thing that you're doing. And the key, you feel it hit, and the key starts to slide out. Now, what I do need you to do is I need you to make me another stealth roll, though.
I would like to, not as a meta, but as a funny, bring up the fact that you haven't tried to actually open it. You don't know if it's locked or not.
It will be when I'm done with this.
Okay.
It's my favorite, one of my favorite skits of, like, you come across the door, what are you going to do with it? Everything but trying to check if it's actually open.
There's been a few where you guys have done that, where the door's been unlocked and you're like tinkering with it and stuff, and you're like checking out and it makes me laugh.
Yeah.
So yeah, the key does slide out, but as it does, you hear it makes a pretty good thud on the ground. It's a pretty heavy iron key, and as it does, suddenly you can. Are you looking through the keyhole when you do this, or do you just stick the rapier through?
Be hard to poke both the rapier through and to see through.
Yep. So
probably not.
As you stick the rapier through, and the key hits, and you pull your rapier back, you hear. And you hear movement and someone waking up on the other side of the door.
I pull the parchment back gently.
Okay.
As I pull the rapier back as well.
Yeah. Okay. I'd say that it's big enough that the key will be able to get through with your little trick. I will say though, I want you to roll me I'll just make it a straight dexterity check to see if you can gently pull the parchment enough without pulling it too fast that the key falls off the parchment.
Counter argument for sleight of hand?
You know, I was gonna say sleight of hand, but I always hear that that's specifically for other things. But yeah, sleight of hand actually makes more sense, so that's fine.
An extra +1. You know, I have to try. Not that it would have mattered.
Not that it matters. Yeah, you are very easily able to deftly pull the parchment underneath the door with the key on it, and it comes under the door. Right as the key clears the base of the door, you hear 2 footsteps on the other side of the door of someone like standing up, and walking around the room.
Elena has
What
never
was
locked
that?
the door faster in her life. Not even caring about stealth at that point.
Yeah.
Like, nope, you're not going out there. Mikey now.
So you just hear footsteps kind of walking around the room, and like tapping on something and walking somewhere, and then
Nothing, I guess.
and then that's what you hear through the door, and then you hear like the sound of someone sitting on like you hear the bed like squeaking and whatnot, and then
She put the key in, rotates it so it locks, and keeps it horizontal.
I can't hear that from where I'm at, can I? Ugh.
I mean, you'd hear some of this from where you're at.
I was because there's blood leading there, right? So I was curious if I can hear well enough to see if I can match it to the same guy that Dax was torturing in the catacombs before he ran off with Spitwick.
You do recognize that it is the same voice of the gentleman that was being tortured
Ooh,
in the
woo.
catacombs.
Oh yeah, good to know.
You just go ooh woo.
He did, yes.
No, you have no proof.
It's on stream, bro.
Chat, clip it.
Yeah, clip
Clip
it.
Clip it, ship it.
I love that Shadow didn't miss a beat. Did you just go ooh woo?
And did you just say clip it and ship it?
Yes.
No, we just wait, clip it and ship
I
it?
did.
Oh, I missed that part.
Yeah.
Hunter
didn't say
caught
that.
it. We're good. Hunter caught it. But yes, you
As
do
in
recognize.
ship
Okay,
it.
you're about to make me
Discord,
do
not-
something you'll regret. You better not.
But yeah, you do hear the voice and recognize that it's the same guy.
Nice.
Yes, in case you missed it, I'm locking the door and keeping
Oh.
the key horizontal in the lock.
Well,
So they
as you put the
can't push
key in,
it
you
out.
realize the door was already locked, but now the key is in the lock on your side.
And horizontal, so they can't do the same trick the other direction.
Yes, yep.
That is not the door. And she just, like, that. I set that out of character, but she just smiles and, like, holds a hand at the key going, ta-da. And she just, like, gestures for them to leave this particular hallway.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty impressive scene, not gonna lie. So real quick, while this is happening, now we're gonna. Oh, Frenzy got it. All right, so now we're gonna jump back. This is gonna drag everybody back to the ground floor. I don't know if the upstairs players are gonna be able to see anything.
Nope.
Fun. All right, 1 second.
Use the imagination.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh wait, what did they call it in Critical? Theater of the mind.
It's technically theater of the mind. Hopefully that helps you guys at least see something. Okay, so while they have disappeared upstairs, uh-oh. Okay, good to know. I will fix as soon as we're done here. So as we get back here into the sort of eating area, you guys have been sitting here with your captive, who is just kind of quietly sitting in the corner, just waiting. And every once in a while, he glances over to Dax and down to the coin purse, just kind of waiting for his reward. Othwin, you would see him doing this, and he's trying not to make eye contact with you because you're all up in his space. What do you guys do? Anything? Are you guys doing anything?
Dax would, now that the guy's seen it, he would close it because she knows if Othwin sees it, she's gonna go crazy for shinies. So she's gonna close it, and she's still gonna hold it so it's like so that the captain can still see, you know, it's there. You know, the gold's just not noticeable.
Sure. Okay. And when you close it, he kind of looks at you, like, kind of a look of, how do I describe this? Apprehension mixed with like a little bit of concern. Like you guys almost look at him, and you can kind of tell he's thinking, is she trying to pull one over on me? Like distrust, obviously.
Yeah, just because you know what she said. So she's just gonna be. She's trying to calm his nerve. Will she be able to see it without having to roll for it?
Oh yeah, easily. He's not one to like. He may be putting on a certain exterior, but his facial expressions kind of give him away.
Did we lose the Neon?
No, I'm here.
No, Neon's muted.
Oh.
No, he muted.
Oh, I don't know how I did that. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just answered the question. I was saying, you wouldn't have to roll for it. You would be able to see on his face easily. And basically, he may be trying to put on a hard exterior, but you would tell that his facial expressions kind of give him away. Sorry, I don't know how I muted myself there. Apologies.
No, all good. So seeing that, Dax would be like, she would be like, don't worry. That one right there, he loves shiny.
He glances over at Othwin.
Speaking of shinies.
Yes.
Leon.
Yes.
What does thou bad guy have? A shiny.
Are you running his pockets?
Oh, I'm running his pockets,
His
outside clothing, his face,
Okay.
anything. And anywhere.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
all I can just imagine is just an owl rubbing her feathers all over the guy, trying to find shinies.
Pretty much. I mean, that's essentially probably what it looks like.
All the while, by the way, her talons are embedded into his legs.
Ooh. Okay. All right. I'll tell you that. Are they still digging in pretty hard?
Oh, she's not letting him go.
Okay.
At all. Unless she's moving it, but she digs it right back into him.
I want you to roll me a d20 plus your... Oh, no. Just d20.
Just a d20?
Just a d20.
Oh my god, she's gonna kill him.
Yep.
No, she doesn't kill him. He winces and grimaces as you dig in, but he doesn't react beyond that. Now, as far as you running his pockets, go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Now, I'm gonna say at disadvantage because he is tied up, but he's awake and he's watching you do this.
Can I use my inspiration for this to cancel out the disadvantage?
Oh, you want to do it that way?
Yeah.
Okay. Normally, I do my advantages a little differently, where you basically get to re-roll a bad roll. But for the purpose of this, I'll say you can use your inspiration as basically an advantage roll. That's fine.
So that'd just be a straight roll.
That'd be a straight roll. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's a creative use of inspiration. Nice. Okay. All right. So obviously you can see his weapons. He has his cutlass on him. He has his dagger that's both still on him. That he had sheathed when he tried to run away. He's got a coin purse on him that looks very light. It looks like he doesn't have a lot of his earnings, his wealth on him. You can tell just by feeling it that, I mean, because it's cinched up on his belt, so it's not like something you're gonna be able to like get in unless you like physically take it off of him and look in it. But you can tell it's got a little bit of coin in it, but it doesn't sound like a lot. He has a little brown like pouch, like a little like holding pouch on his belt that seems to have some stuff maybe in it. He doesn't have a whole lot on him though. I mean, it looks like he mostly got his weapons and his gear, and that's basically it.
So we're going the true Othwin way.
Okay.
As she's pilfering at this point, the weapons unsheathed, seeing how shiny they are.
they're standard blades, so they're not super. I mean, they're shiny-ish, but they're not super.
She's throwing them.
She's throwing them.
She's yeeting them up.
Just chucks them. Okay, where is? Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna ask you. What you're gonna do is I want you to roll me a d20. Based on this roll. Okay. You throw them in such a fashion that Grigor, I need you to make me. Actually, let's do it this way. Grigor, make me a dexterity saving throw. Okay. And
excuse me.
Okay. All right. So you chuck the cutlass and the dagger, and Grigor, you watch as she does this, and you go, "Uh-oh, I've seen this before," and you duck, and and they go flying over the top of you as they fly over here to the other side of the room. Yeah, ducks, and you just watch as the cutlass and dagger fly over the top of you.
So she's gonna open the coin purse, and you said there's a pouch.
Yeah,
that might have stuff in it.
So you're gonna try to open the coin purse?
Yes,
Okay, so
she's gonna open both of those.
He's struggling against you. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing? Get off me! What is?" And he looks up to Dax. "What is she doing? Why is she like? You said you were gonna let me go."
Dax just casually says, "She's running your pockets."
Oh, you've got to. You're gonna pay me 200 gold, but you're gonna let her steal what little I have.
All right, I don't control the bird there, sir.
Oh my gosh! And he's still kind of struggling, but so in the coin purse you find a whopping 91 copper.
She'll throw it. Not shiny enough.
So you find 91 copper, and you just and all the 91 copper pieces fly over across the room and all land over here. And he goes, "What? That was, huh?" And he just looks so confused. When you open the little leather pouchette thing that's on his belt, he's struggling, of course. Inside are 2 glass vials. One is red, one is green. That's a good question. Does she throw the pouch? The whole pouch. Even better.
The opened pouch, mind you.
Yeah.
Effect's the same. I was just making sure.
Yeah, the effect and sounds are all the same, but the pouch. But yes, the inside the little leather pouchette thing is 2 small little vials, one red, one green.
She goes to throw it, but quickly stops,
Mm-hmm.
realizing, hey, I've seen these potions used, but at least one of them colors used before.
Mm-hmm.
And holds it up to Dax.
The 2 vials?
Yeah, the bag with or tries to hold the bag up.
Well, the bag is like attached to his belt, so it's not coming off. Like it's part of his belt.
She's not pulling it off of him. She's pulling it with it still attached.
Okay, so Othwin grabs this like leather pouch thing on his belt and just yanks it, and he's like, "Whoa!" And he like falls onto his side. He's still in the chair, but his hip is now upwards, and she's like holding this pouch up so that you can see inside of it, Dax. And inside you see 2 small vials that are similar in size, different shape. One is red, one is green. And you can, from this angle, all you can really see is like the rim of the glass, the color of the liquid, and the cork on the top.
So would Dax know what these are?
I mean, you can tell they're potions from just looking at them in this particular situation.
But she wouldn't be able to tell what type of potion?
I mean, not just by looking at them from a distance. I mean, you could make if you wanted to roll me a
Arcana?
I think Arcana is the right one. Yeah, I'd say Arcana. Would be the right one. If you want to roll me an Arcana check, you can try to guess what they are from a distance.
Nat 1.
I love when the dice tell stories. You have no idea what they are. I mean, you know they're potions, and I mean, you know that a lot of potions are red, a lot of potions are green. So you could make a educated guess, but it'd be nothing more than guessing.
Dax is gonna just look it off and be like, "Just leave the potions alone."
I was supposed to look between Dax and the potions, and just take the potions.
Take them. Okay. Okie dokie. I'll add them to your sheet
By
here in a second.
the way,
Mm-hmm.
Neon, as he struggles, mind you, the talons go deeper.
All right. I need you to roll me another D10. D20. Actually,
A
D10
D10,
or
huh?
D20 really won't matter. Either one. A D20 would be better.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
She just killed him.
I need you. It doesn't really matter because well, actually, you know what? Roll me just one D4. Just roll me a D4. It doesn't really matter, but I'm just curious.
I was about to ask what a D4 was, and I scrolled past it.
So as you dig them deeper, and he passes out.
Well, that makes rifling pockets easier.
Well, at that, Dax is gonna be like, seeing him pass out. Dax is gonna be like, Oswin, get off of him. You're gonna kill him. We don't want him dead yet.
So, before she jumps off, she's going to smack him, and you spare the dying.
Okay. What does that give them back? Is it just 1 HP?
It just makes him stable, just in case.
It just stabilizes him. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So he's stable.
Right, she's now on the ground.
For him.
With holding the 2 potions by the neck of them, by the way.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you now have those 2 potions. I'll add them to your inventory here in a second.
Okay.
We're gonna jump back upstairs. Gotta love this. Upstairs, downstairs, upstairs, downstairs. Okay, so back upstairs, you guys have creatively and cleverly relocked the already locked door. However, now in possession of the key for said lock. Merrick has identified the voice from inside the room. What are you guys doing?
I'm ushering Basil to move away again. This door's dealt with.
Basil will comply and move back.
Okay, so you guys all back up. Okay. So I will say, as you guys pass this door, you hear more snoring coming from this door.
Okay.
Okay.
With a cheeky grin, Talena will just hand the piece of parchment to Basil.
Neon.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Can I
So wait.
just try to like figure out
Mm-hmm.
instead of going door to door based on the common sense building design where the study might be that the guy was talking
That
about?
is an excellent question. Go ahead and roll me I'll say history check for that one.
Yeah, there's not really an architect skill.
Not really. But with a 22, that is an excellent roll. So
I
I
could
mean,
be an architect.
as you come back out here in the well lit hallway of this landing above this the foyer, you kind of glance around and you're like, okay, he said the study, and you kind of glance and you okay, that one over there was like some sort of a bedroom or something. This one had a dresser in it, and this one has snoring in it. So you're kind of like doing some deduction in your head, and you realize that there's 2 possibilities. The double set of doors behind you seems possible because it's a 2 set of doors that probably leads into a larger room. A study might make the most sense. Or it could be on the other side of the house, away from all of these sort of bedrooms, maybe in sort of the northeastern direction. I'd say with a 22, your gut would be telling you the double doors is a good place to start. Plus, it's right next to you.
Yeah, that was immediately Merrick's train of thought as well, that it's the closest, might as well check it out. So I will do 2 steps forward while it's too far ahead, and I'm heading towards that. I'm not even saying anything to the other 2.
Okay.
No hand signals. I just saw them come out of the hallway, and then I kind of stepped to the side, kind of looked thoughtful for a bit, and then turn around and start going towards those doors.
Nice. Did you guys follow?
Yeah, Basil's going to follow.
Okay, cool. So as they did Selena follow Basil?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you 2 follow Merrick, you walk over to the set of double doors, and you can see a little bit of light coming through the crack, the seam between the 2 doors, as well as underneath. And it has that flickering, so it's obviously some sort of strong light coming from the side of the door.
Neon, quick
Yes.
pause. I believe I've still got some sort of like true sight thing going on because when I'm unclicked from Basil, it's revealing a lot more.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, I
'cause
don't
of
have that.
the darkness thing.
Because of whatever you did for the bottom floor.
That.
Okay, that's different. That's not my darkness.
I wouldn't break it.
Yeah, I don't know what's
I
going
don't know.
on.
Whatever it is, I don't have that.
Hold on.
Because I unselect Basil and then I
Mhm.
can kind of see more.
Could it be because you have observer rights on Telena and?
Yeah, it could be. Hold on a second. That might be it.
Also, these walls are weird. Why can't I see next to these statues?
Like
I know gameplay. I don't
yeah,
know
'cause lighting.
systems wise why, but yeah.
Oh,
Why is it
I
just
think it's because you
not
were
have to be
seeing the dark
completely
vision
dark?
from Alexander.
Oh?
Yeah.
Well, when I'm... Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
when
was
you
just
clicked
sharing the
into a
dark...
token, you're specifically theirs.
Yeah, because
Otherwise,
you were an
see
observer.
anything
You were.
you didn't check.
I accidentally sent you an observer on his token, so you were seeing what he's seeing. Which he has dark vision, so that was probably why.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to check that before we got too far.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are at the set of double doors. What do you want to do?
I listen carefully if I hear anything sus on the other side.
Okay.
Like a person
Yeah.
breathing or muttering anything.
The only thing you hear.
Basil's gonna...
Oh, go ahead.
Basil's gonna be up at the door too and try and listen in.
Okay. The only sound you can hear is the faint crackle of a fire. No footsteps, no snoring.
I try the doors to see if it's unlocked or not.
It's unlocked.
I open it. Boink.
Okay. And the doors both swing open
Ooh,
and
that's
reveals.
adorable.
Yeah, and reveals a cluttered but an cobwebbed and dusty study. There is a singular fireplace in the far side of the room that is projecting a nice crackle of light. And most of everything in here is innocuous items, but anything of value like the other rooms is completely picked clean. However, as you scan the room, you do notice there is a desk, a table over here in the corner, and you see a roll of parchments, and then you see the same tube that was holding the blueprints from earlier sitting on the end of the desk.
I'm gonna grab it and
Basil.
check if they're still inside.
Okay.
Yeah, Basil's gonna let him do that as he wanders a little bit more in the room.
Yeah, as you wander around the room, there's like empty picture frames and such. Like it's like the rest of the house. It's been picked mostly clean. There's not a whole lot in here. There's some dusty cobwebbed bookcases on one side that have a few books and parchments and whatnot still kind of lingering. There's a big chest, and you can see it's partially open. It's been pried open, so you can assume that one of these guys probably broke it. And it's partially open, and the lock is broken on it. And then there's a desk with some stuff on it as well. As you grab the tube, Merrick, and look inside, the plans are still, in fact, inside the tube.
Cool, I have them now.
Okay. All right.
I'm seeing a bunch of scrolls on the further end of that table.
Okay.
Are they good scrolls? Are they grab worthy?
If you want to go look at them, go for it.
Yep, I'm going to
Okay.
look at them.
So as you go over and look at the other scrolls,
There we
yeah, as you go and look at the other scrolls, they're all bound up together. Like so, there's about 3 scrolls. They're stacked on top of each other, and they each have their own binding of a leather strap around each one. So they're not just something you can just open and unfurl immediately. You'd have to undo the binding. But if you grab the top one and undo the binding and look at it, you realize that these are also these are some sort of a schematic or a design paper of some kind, and you recognize the design and style of this pretty quickly, and you're like, wait a second, this looks a lot like what we saw down in the catacombs a day or so ago, or 2 days or so ago. It looks as similar handwriting. It's similar in general, like, assortment of pieces and parts of the schematic. and it looks very clear that it's a similar design, similar components.
I'm gonna grab all these.
Okay, you now have a stack of parchment scrolls. Go ahead and make sure you put a note of that in your sheet that you've got those, as well as that you have the blueprints.
Basil is going to check
I would have
this
to add them to like
chest
inventory
in
and
the
shit.
corner.
No, just put a note in your sheet that you've got them, because it's not a physical item right now. What is Basil doing?
Just a note. Okay.
Checking this chest in the corner.
Okay, as you pry it open, as kind of guessed, it appears completely empty of anything that would have been of value. There's a couple pieces of fabric in there, a couple of books, but there's no coins, there's no treasures, there's no potions, anything like that. Unfortunately, it looks like the bad guys
Figured as
picked
much.
Yeah, this place is, as kind of confirmed, anything of value has been picked clean from this house by the bad guys. And as you grab those parchments and scrolls and head and kind of return back to the room and head out of the study, Selena, you would see them coming out, and you would see Alexander holding the tube of plans, and it would be the exact same kind of holding device that you would have seen when you first had these plans a couple days prior.
Does he look like he's putting them away, or are you just gonna handle them?
Well, I mean,
what exactly?
It's a pretty big tube, so you could like sling it over yourself, or you could like maybe tie it.
Yeah. So scrolls that I found, I hid those within my robes.
Okay.
And then the tube, I kind of sling it around and like I have it visibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
She'll whisper at him once he gets within whispering range.
Mm-hmm.
Are they in there?
He nods.
Then we go. And she goes downstairs.
Okay, so you guys, for expedience sake, I'm gonna move you guys. Jesse, I'm gonna move you.
Yep. I'm filling the inventory, so just move me.
You're fine. Yep. Oh, that didn't move you.
I don't know why I feel like I got stuck.
There you go. You should be able to move yourself now, like down the stairs. And Jesse, if you want to move yourself as well, it'll teleport you.
Any for momentarily.
Okay.
There we go.
Okay, and then they're gonna bring everybody back here. Okay. All right. So as you guys all come back downstairs and you return to the kitchen area, you guys notice that Merrick is carrying the same tube from before that holds the plans, and has a confident look on his face. The potions. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, never mind. I thought stream couldn't see, but then stream caught up.
Yes. Yeah. It just takes a second. Othwin, are you holding the potions on your are you holding them out still?
Yes, they're in her hands.
Okay. Can you roll me a Arcana save? No, it doesn't exist. Roll me an Arcana check, please.
Arcana check.
Yep.
Arcana save. You worry me, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So as you're standing there holding these, and as everybody walks back in, Othman, you hear the sound of them walking in, and you turn over your shoulder, and it's almost like you see Talina walk in, and you want to hold the little potion bottles up to show her, and all of a sudden, everybody in the room, you guys watch as something starts to happen around Othwin. It's almost like there's these particles that start to kind of flicker and disappear and dissipate around her. And in a blinding flash of light, Othwin disappears.
Do I recognize this magic?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Do I?
Roll me an Arcana check.
I'm not gonna inspiration that. I don't know. I'm okay with that.
Oh, come on. It wasn't a 15.
Let's see. Talina.
No, 9.
I don't have inspiration even.
Okay, so it was. Yeah, so you guys have no idea what just happened, and then almost as quickly as and in her place is sitting little squirrel on the lap of the bad guy, with a surprised look on
She
its
was
face.
at the foot of the by the chair. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
She
You're on
jumped
the. That's
off.
right. Yeah, on the chair. That's right. Yeah. Yep. At the foot of the chair. And as this happens, the little vials that were in her hands fall, and they don't break because she's only a couple inches off the ground. But they fall and clink, clink, and they just roll across the ground. And there's now a little rolling, red vial and green vial that are rolling across the ground. And it is here we will pick up next session.
You just turned into a pickle.
Pickle Rick!
Oh,
It has to be
we
the
can't make VLDL jokes in chat, but we can make Pickle Rick jokes and voice. Let's see how it is.
No, because you're making the morning. Great day for fishing, ain't it? Like the most annoying line ever.
I've
in
never
fact,
actually
it was
watched
better.
that show, so I
It's-
just know the pickle meme.
Viva La Dirt League is actually. Oh, Rick and Morty. Oh yeah, I don't watch it either. Yeah.
So that's a creative way to
Believe it or not,
bring in the new one.
believe it or not, I'm not gonna go into details, but actually, when I was told something from Fox about how something works with this character, it actually makes total sense. It's not me just being like, I'm just gonna do this. Like this actually is like totally canon. It's actually really cool.
That's
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I love
I'm
that.
excited to see how it's gonna go for the rest of ours if we're switching out.
Yeah, we'll have to see, but it'll be interesting because yeah, it's yeah.
Mary just immediately goes, bird was friend, squirrel not friend, attack.
I'm excited. I'm
Bird was
excited to
friend.
see what you'll do. I'm excited to see what you'll do with mine.
Murder. We do the
Art?
murder.
No.
That was an answer.
Oh, she gets sparkles, you get death.
No.
So you have chosen death, I see.
And there's a reason why she won't get death.
We yeah, VLDL is great. Cool. All right. I'm just writing some notes real quick so I don't forget.
We need to give a little border around
Yes,
this
I
character.
I need to make
Because
you
she's
a,
completely different.
yeah, I need to make you a token, which I will do. But yep, it
Does
was
squirrel appear with the book or without the book?
There's no book.
Was it just
Actually,
like
you know
reading
what?
and then it appeared out of nowhere?
You know what? This is actually perfect. Before we leave, Dragon, would you Fox, would you please describe for me what the squirrel looks like? Like what their initial, what they see real quickly is.
Quickly, you'll see at first a bush because her tail is wrapped around her. It is a big bushy tail, mind you. She's 3 foot tall.
Oh, it's the same size as Othwin. Okay.
Yeah, she. Often was 2 feet, wasn't she?
Yeah, close enough.
It's
She
pretty
was
darn
either 2
close.
or 3. She was close enough.
No, she was 2 foot according to your sheet.
So yeah, so she's a foot taller. Just silky, fluffy fur. Her eyes are red. Not in like a bright red, more of a deep. What's a dark color red? Maroon. I think. Yeah, maroon.
Crimson?
Yeah, crimson could work.
Not quite crimson,
Oh, okay.
but it's like more of a maroonish. Unlike the picture, you guys do not see a book.
Yeah, sorry, that was just the image that was already there.
You just
No.
see a squirrel.
Oh, man.
A very big squirrel, like a 3 foot tall squirrel. Like this is not a typical squirrel. Cool.
Legit.
Oh no,
Wonder how
no.
the dog reacts.
Jeez. Cool. All right. Well, it was funny because actually Fox, you had DM'd me like right when I was like, oh, perfect timing.
I am not lying. Each fucking session, I had the fucking
Mhm.
anticipation. I was like, "Oh God, when's he gonna do it?" Because I had no idea when he was doing this.
Yeah, I didn't tell her when I was gonna do it because we talked about how it would happen. There was just no conversation about when it was just gonna be a thing.
I just told
so-
him to surprise me.
Yeah. So cool.
Do you feel surprised?
Thorough surprise.
Yeah, honestly,
Very
was. I was
thorough
not.
surprise.
To be fair, I was expecting mid combat.
I thought about it, but I think mid role plays better. Especially because you're like,
that would have been hilarious.
it would have been very funny. But you holding the little vials, I'm like, oh, this is perfect. Like, look, I found these. Like,
I found a new thing.
I found
Well,
shinies.
never mind.
No shinies for you.
Reverse Snow White.
Yeah. Love it. Cool. All right. We will pick this up presumably next week. We might be moving to a weekly schedule. We're kind of still figuring that out. But otherwise, we will see you guys in the next one. I'll put the VOD for this up as soon as I can. But thanks everybody for hanging out. It was a fun one. I'm really enjoying these games. They're a lot of fun. Cool. All right. Well, everybody have a good night. Thanks guys for playing as always. Appreciate you guys. You guys are wunderbar.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Well, everybody have a good night. I will see you guys later. Bye, chat.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Have a good night or good morning.
Bye.
For some of you
Wherever you are in
Europeans
the
and
world.
Australians and
Happy time zone.
yeah, that's perfect. Happy time zone. I love that. I want an emote for that. Happy time zone. All right.